Hello, hello, and welcome along to episode 38 of Sogravia. Darth is off dunking donuts in Dundee and won't be with us because he has fractured his donut dunking digits. We'll need to recover those before he's back. And Matt is off marauding in Mauritius with maple syrup drinking marmots. So he is also unavailable. However, we do today have Alora and Jamal with us, as well as Makeda and Josh. So we thought we'd have a nice chill episode where nothing works, because Discord's broken. But we'll give it a go. When we last left off, we had managed to secure ourselves an army unit of 350 giants, a single tribe.
Oh, yes.
The Orlsdotter tribe. Gertie's tribe, but without Gertie and her brother. We had managed to secure the promise of the Feurian Guard's cooperation with the giants and peace on Earth, or at least in that little tiny spot. And things were pretty good. In fact, they were so good, Sullivan had time to gallivant off on a date. And I believe he was just returning to the campsite to tell us all how wonderfully it went when we cut off.
Yeah, he's got some tear-stained cheeks, to be fair.
Do tell all, and I want you to know that Arman has ran over, and has crossed his legs on the floor, and he's sitting forward like an eager little 9-year-old waiting for story time.
Wow.
Tell us about it.
How rude.
Oh my goodness.
Now I was also spying.
Yeah. I'll help him up from the ground and lead him so that we're all at least together. Because I don't want to have to repeat the story.
I think we're all sitting around the campfire, right? We're all just
but you just said, because I was right at the edge, and you said that he sat down in front of me.
Oh right, no, I mean he was just sat around the campfire.
Yeah.
Sullivan, how'd it go?
And he has stopped smiling.
Oh, that well.
No. No, it went okay. I met her. She brought a picnic. So we sat and talked a lot. I asked her for my forgiveness for breaking my promise, which she did.
Arman gives a little sort of happy clap. Carry on.
But then, she made me think about what the relationship would be like and how I guess my love-struck mind thought it would be this rose-tinted love story, but that's not really realistic, and I didn't really think of it like that until she brought it up. I mean, I'm literally partaking in a war that I could die in, and I'm also a human, so I'm not gonna live as long as she does. Should she be waiting around for me? I don't know. But it ended well. She kissed me, and Sullivan kind of blushes at mentioning that. And she crafted, and I'll show them my sending stone that I think I crafted into a necklace.
Yeah, she didn't craft the sending stone. She bought them.
I don't know that.
She did tell you. I got these sending stones. Apparently, we drew a rune on them, and then she drew the rune on them with you.
Well, anyways.
Wow, powerful crafter.
And we can now talk to each other long distance. So that's good. So I'll be able to get to know her a bit more. It went well. I'm just taking it a bit hard. It was a big reality check, I guess, that I wasn't expecting. But the picnic was nice.
Well, Callum, he doesn't have an expression, so he's not readable. He will come over and he will give you a word. There's a rhythm. And
thank you.
Put a hand on your shoulder. Sullivan, I think, honestly, that was probably the best things could have gone. It wasn't a straight rejection.
No,
it was the potential of something in the future.
Yeah, and she kissed me.
And, I mean, what's better than that?
You hear a sort of noise as Arman literally pops the cork off of a bottle of bubbly.
Champagne.
Pretty
Wow,
much.
where did you get that?
What?
No one, as you look, like you're not sure where he's just pulled
Does
it
he
from.
have
but
his little brush?
he did cast create food
manifesting?
last time. No, he's given that to Glacius.
Okay.
But he sort of, don't worry, it's fresh, and sort of as he reaches out, a glass sort of appears in his hand. You can tell like he's very proud of his little trick, and he pours Sullivan a little glass of champagne, and then he hands one round to everybody, and to love.
Mind if I do?
Hello.
To love.
And then he sort of leans in and puts his arm around Glacius, pulls him a little closer, and gives him a little to love. And Glacius just sort of looks at him like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Oh my goodness.
Glacius
Get
only
a room.
loves his potatoes.
Yes, he seems rather fey and rather happy. For you,
Festive.
And
You know, her hair smelled of roses.
Alright, Sullivan. Rein it in.
Calm down, boy.
Don't tell me that was your first kiss.
Okay, I will.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh, is James frozen? Or
I
is
don't
just
think
very
so.
still?
He's just mesmerized.
He's waiting to see what Jamal
Imagining the
said.
smell.
No, I was
No.
waiting for Jamal to start talking because he went,
No,
well,
I
so...
was freaking out.
And I was waiting for...
Well then.
Oh, okay, right. I just heard well and so, and I was waiting for you to finish your sentence before our mum sort of chucked up with them.
Nice.
Well, this is all wonderful, and I'm very happy for you, and I'm sure she smelt of roses and honeysuckle, but, what next?
What next?
Not for you and for Charlotte, which I'm sure is a future of, many little bumptious children or something, but, prior to that, for us, what next?
Well, speaking of, you've not actually gone into much detail about what it's like over the other side.
The other side.
What
You
is
don't
it
come from
like?
hell, Sullivan.
No, when you
Australia?
spent time in the Shadowlands.
Ah,
Yeah, it might as well be hell.
yes, you're right. It might as well be hell, actually. Australia is... He sits down for a moment and puts his hand on his chin and is like, this music's too happy for a talk about Australia.
I say it's really getting dramatic.
Australia is... It's the end of the world. It's darkness. Not complete darkness, like the absence of light, but bleakness, despair. Nothing truly lives there. Everything is corrupted, contorted. A shadow of what it should be. Everything turned to the Shadowveil way of life. It's strange they call it the Shadowveil, but there are barely any shadows. For there is so little light. It's like a perpetual world of grey. It's a world full of danger. From the very air itself, sitting heavily upon your shoulders, poisonous to breathe. The dark thoughts that run through your mind constantly. It plays with your mind, preys upon your mind. And even if you can hold true to your purpose, there's the dark beasts they let run and ravage the land. Some resemble that which used to be in those lands. I've seen leopards almost 5 foot tall, 7 foot long, with contorted skin. Seen small plants grown large, dripping acid and snapping at nearby travellers. Between the cities of the Shadowveil there is nothing. Just the bleakness and the dangers of the wilderness. There are ash falls, sandstorms, huge bone-like dragons that swoop down and take people out.
Bone dragon.
They're like dragons, made of bone. They're huge, like the one that's been following us.
Okay, that's what I was.
Even the vultures
Okay.
there are 12 foot in wingspan. And is likely to eat you before you've died as after. There is no fresh water, and any food or drink that you brought with you or conjure into existence withers and dies in moments. Everything,
It's a
always.
bone dragon. Does it not have, like, a stomach? How can it eat you? Sorry, I got off topic, but that just...
I don't think
Isn't
they
it
Don't
eat.
you,
Northwest?
don't you
I don't
just
think
fall
they need
out?
to eat. I think they hunt for pleasure. Their acidic breath can strip the very meat from your bones, leaving the impression that they've eaten you, but truly I don't think they eat anything at all. Barely anything in the Shadowveil has a need for survival. This
Well, how did
perpetual
you
bleak
survive?
existence. Mostly the underdog. In and out, in and out. Some of my dark elf kin keep the Shadowveil at bay, and in other places the Shadowveil delve not too deeply. I'm concerned with other things.
Why
A lot of
come out
hiding.
at all instead of staying in the Underdark?
The Underdark is not one simple trail. There are many sections that do not connect with others. There are many that go too deep for someone like I to survive. Believe it or not, the depths of the Underdark can be even more dangerous than the Shadowlands.
Yeah, we
And-
noticed that.
Curiosity sometimes, if I'm honest. I'm not sure I was entirely sane some of the years I spent there. I have an ability to blend in where necessary. He gestures towards his elven face. I spent a few days among the slaves and prisoners of the Shadowveil, toiling alongside them and their endless and hopeless existence. Just to see what the point of it all is. The world doesn't end in ashes and flames, and grand battles and dark storms. The world ends in bleak and perpetual tedium. It scared the shit out of me. So, cling to that love, Sullivan. Revel in it, live every moment of it, because I don't think there's any stopping the Shadowveil. Just delaying it.
Why did you agree to come with us then?
I like your hope. I like your optimism. I like your belief. If anyone's going to make something happen in this tragic excuse for an existence, it's going to be you stupidly hopeful, pointlessly, relentlessly optimistic idiots. And I want to be part of that.
You would even march willingly into the next worst thing to hell once again.
I've lived long enough. If that's where it ends, that's where it ends. Why not? Your stupid blue face will be in the freezer while we do it.
Ouch.
Oh, that's Avril.
If you don't wake up, you know we fucked up.
Well, he won't.
Well, if I
He'll
don't
be
wake up,
frozen.
I'd never know you fucked up. So
Dream of me, sweet Saffron. And he sort of puts his hand on your shoulder and offers you another glass of champagne.
I'll gladly take a glass and raise a glass to him to a soiree in hell.
Ooh. I'll drink to that.
But not yet. What next, before that?
Oh yeah, before
You
that.
said we had things to do before we went into the Shadowveil lands, and you promised to show me this place of yours, this home of yours, and perhaps the other new home of yours. We got a genie lamp and we didn't even use it yet. I mean, come on, that's got to be tempting, right? We're out here camping in the wilderness like savages. I mean, admittedly, the tent is quite fabulous, but
It's a fabulous tent.
but it's still in the wilderness like savages. We're sat around the campfire like a bunch of elven school kids on a day trip. Like, we could be in this silly genie mansion of yours.
All right.
We've got to.
Come on,
Are we collecting
dying.
these? Are we collecting
Get
these
into the
giant tribe troops? Come on, what's next? Someone's got to have
Well,
some
yeah,
plans,
we-
some ideas.
We need to escort our giants.
So that's the plan, is
So
it?
they
Back to
don't think Kvatch is getting attacked and we have another mess on our hands.
so back to Giant Mountain. Walk the giants to Kvatch. Visit the genie mansion. Go back to your home. Put Zavril in the freezer. Speak to that fairy scout, and then go into the Shadowveil lands. Is that the plan?
Yes.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Love it.
But let me check the to-do list,
I get-
actually.
I guess it doesn't matter much to me. No matter what happens, I'm still going in the goddamn freezer.
Be glad of it.
Sorry, Zavril.
It is not a trip that you should envy anyone. Should
We'll
we-
pay
I
lots of
certainly don't. I
pictures.
just sincerely hope you all make it.
He gestures towards Obi, who's fallen asleep on the sort of log bit. Shall we, one glass of champagne's a lot for a little guy. Shall we, move him?
I will pick him up like a baby.
Take him
and
into his
I will
room,
take
in the
him-
tent.
and yeah, I'll take him into his room.
And, Sclasis will also bid you good night. What is on the to-do list, Callum?
Yeah, pretty much what we discussed. We've kind of knocked out everything except, you
You're
know.
waiting on that scout to come back and you to get contacted. I think that's about it, right?
Yeah, I've got those people we wanted to meet for, you know, information about Nostralia. but
People.
we have a lot of
Who have
stuff.
which ones have you not met yet?
Oh, you know, let's see. Oh, wow, okay. So,
I think there's just one, right?
Callus, Venture Guard of Dawn Guard, and Kvatch.
Oh yeah, you haven't met
Uh,
Callus yet either. That's true.
Yen, I think that's the fairy.
Yes, she's the one that you're waiting to come back.
I also have something here about Sophie's parents. I don't know if we're gonna do that.
They used to be scouts, but only if you go to Justin.
Yeah, that's out of the way. Also, Jala, Kobold Spy in the Sisterhood, who told us
Jylock.
to come see him. Jylock.
Yeah.
We can talk to him when we drop off Zap.
Yeah. So he was the guy who gave you the map of the Shadowlands, Shadowveil
Mhm.
lands.
We
Go on.
we also need to go to that evil bar that traps people to see if that satire is there. That the Archfey is
The drunken
looking
dwarf.
for.
Yes.
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 Yeah, go there.
Yeah, the Archfey that set you on a mission without knowing that you to set you on a mission.
Yeah,
Quite
we don't know
suspicious.
of it. Yeah, we
it was
don't know all
Delia,
the
just to
details.
clarify, it was very suspicious, and the person who
Yes.
she should have contacted, inverted commas, is no longer with the party, so I
Maybe
thought I
that's
would
why she
express that
contacted me.
concern on Fox's behalf.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, bit of sleep, and then back to Giant Mountain, yeah? I miss those wings already. Wait, do we still have those wings? We have those
We
wings.
do. We're giving them.
I
back
don't
when
miss
we
those
get
wings
there.
yet.
No.
We're going to.
Yeah.
You're gonna miss him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am. Oh, yeah.
There is something to be said
So you've
for,
got some other dude with you as well, and he wants to stay with you. And I've already
Oh,
forgotten his
Marcus?
name. Marcus, there he is. Yeah, I was going to do a thing for him,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I forgot about doing a thing for him. Let me
Hi,
get that up.
Marcus.
Let me get that up for you guys.
Do you drink?
I do now, he says, holding his empty glass of champagne.
Yeah, I'm sure you had a stressful day as well with your grandmother and everything.
Yeah, it was. It's been a day. Could say that. It was so tough. I forgot I existed.
He's been contemplative. No, it's just sulking in the
That's
corner.
a good word for fucking silent. Yeah. But Giant Mountain and a long walk. That sounds good.
Yeah, there is something to be said for traveling on foot throughout these mountains. It does take a long time, and that's less than ideal when you're in a hurry, but it's quite a peaceful journey. Or at least it was until we encountered that damn Baylor.
Yeah. At least we dealt
Horses
with it.
over walking any day. Any day.
Oh, there's a Feurian Guard outpost at the bottom of the mountain where I can collect a mount if the rest of you want to ride. When we on our way back, the giants are going to walk pretty quickly, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
they've got
I could have
big
Obi with
legs.
me on my fine steed again.
Don't we have a whip? Our caravan? I mean,
You
God,
have a
what is that
carriage
thing
that
called?
can
Carriage is
that
the
can
word.
expand and go smaller. Yeah, you
It
can
won't do
also-
well on the mountains.
No, but you can also just ride horses, right? I think most of you, apart from Callum, who rides Sid, who jumps.
Yeah,
I think
I
most
got
of you
rocket
have
boots.
a ride of some sort. I think Zavril conjures a horse usually.
Yeah, typically.
Cool.
I think
Karina? Who's that?
Nice.
I haven't even seen Karina for 4 weeks. I think Ashwin has 2 mounts because she's greedy. One
Well,
for daytime,
Equinox
one
is
for
at home.
nighttime. Well, yes, there is. that.
Aw, cute.
But yeah, there's a. Oh my god, why is it all like so? Well, never mind. You'll see when you see it. You'll see when you see it. Until you see it, I'll just try and stay silent about this ridiculousness. We're going to have to do a little side quest when we go to drop the wings off, because otherwise this just isn't going to make any sense. We'll get there in a minute. Anyway,
You'll manage.
Some rest, and then to Giant Mountain. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
On wings of white and featheriness. Okay. Unless anybody else has anything to add, we'll take a long rest.
No, I
and
mean, it
meet
just
the
depends on
morning.
how much time I've got, really, doesn't it?
Why?
Yeah,
what
Zavril,
sort
how
of-
are you feeling?
The
Oh.
ticking Zavril clock does
Oh
not
yeah,
stop
yeah.
ticking.
In that sense, no, but you've got enough time to die. You've got enough time to
To die.
You got enough time to die.
Enough time to die.
You've got enough
If I have
time.
for anything other than that.
You've got enough time to avoid death until this guy gets to Australia. You've got enough time to
That's right,
die.
I've got enough time to die, and that's it. I'm gonna die. And
Isn't that the name of a James Bond film
James
recently?
Bond.
Is it No Time to Die? Yeah. You're the opposite. Plenty of time to die. Yeah.
Yep.
So to expedite things, you take a night's rest and then you get flying, and you are able to get back to the. I was really expecting you to be there and you weren't there. That's really upsetting. You're here. Okay.
Well, sorry. But before we fly off,
Oh,
I would
okay.
like to...
Sorry, you're really there, but go on, carry on.
We can make believe.
On the way.
Yeah,
This is
on
you
the way
guys!
then, perhaps.
Oh, how
Yeah.
cute.
I would like to test out the sending stone.
Okay, yeah. It has 1 charge a day.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, I thought it was just like constant. Unlimited
Nope,
text
she had to
and
put you on a
messages.
limit.
No, that's all she had. It's all she could
Oh,
do was 1
man.
charge a day.
Don't
Worst
have
comes to
enough
worst,
credit.
you can top up using Zavril.
Okay, then I'll wait.
Okay,
'cause
so just to
it's probably
clarify,
better to-
Zavril can, instead of casting sending for you, can put a charge back into the stone
Oh,
using
yeah,
a third
but
level
he's
spell
not
slot.
gonna give me spells.
Not right now, but in general, if it was desperate, right, and you needed to send a second message, he can make it so that it's you that sends it. He doesn't have to send it on your behalf, like he did
Before
before.
we put him on ice, could he overcharge it and give it a bunch of charges?
No.
Wow, I love that.
Then I will.
Not to mention,
wait.
you're only putting him on ice to enter Australia, and you won't be able to send him from Australia.
No, there's no
Spoilers.
service.
You know that. You already know that. That's why they don't know when the fairy scout is coming back, because you can't communicate over the border.
Okay. Well, then I will wait till the end of the day because it's probably better to save it to like tell her about my day than just be like good morning.
Okay, you're not just gonna be like just after the date you get back and you're just like just testing.
Hey,
No, I don't want to be. I don't want to be that clingy. Gee.
Just making sure you actually gave me your real number. Don't mind me.
Yeah.
Calling up
Yeah,
some
exactly.
random girl in Kavash like, who the hell are you?
No, it's the Dragonborn childhood best friend. It's who it is.
So we're gonna zoom up to the Cloud Temple. You can send a message in that time because that's not 1 day. That's 36 hours.
Whoa. You could send a couple messages.
Well, it's going to be one.
Okay.
You're going to sleep,
sure.
then you've got a whole day, then the next morning you'll get to the Cloud Temple. So.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll send one. Is it 25 words?
Yeah. Can you also send a sending to my mother to turn the heating down?
Nah. Okay, so I'll just say. I would have sent it in the evening, so I'll just say, "Good evening, Charlotte. Just testing this out to make sure it works. I hope your day." I've lost count, so I hope someone else has count.
I've got it.
I hope your day is going well. I'm just on my way to the Giants.
Okay, we've got 3 words left.
It's probably too soon to say I love you.
Aww. Way too
That's a lot of
I
words.
disregard.
It's too soon to say I love you.
Sincerely.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so
Hope
you don't
this
have
finds
to.
you well.
I was just letting you know you have 3 words. So she'll
No, yeah.
sort of after a little moment, a reply comes back, and you don't have to be so formal, Sullivan. I had a great day collecting berries. I hope the giants aren't too scary. Keep safe. That's what you get.
Ugh, the fact that it's only 1 charge is so annoying.
Yes. Okay. And then zippity vroom. Here you are, up at the Cloud Temple with the music that won't stop. I don't know why it won't stop, but oh, there we go. Now it's all the music.
Ah.
Okay. Well, we had 2 musics and now we have no music. That's nice, isn't it? Oh, this will do. So as you sort of arrive in at the Cloud Temple, there is a new woman in charge, Olivia. Well, not in charge. She's stepped up. She's the face of the sisterhood, if you like. She's now what Bernal was. And there is also Joriel's sister, who she woke from the dead, who's going to sequester. You can't use that as a noun, can you? She is sequestered. She hasn't got into sequestering, or whatever you call it. She's got into hibernation, we'll call it, for a year to absorb memories.
Oh, wow.
So, but you're greeted by Corius. Sort of, Marcus, have you come to take your armor? And return your wings? Well, you lot to return your wings.
We have.
Marcus sort of
Yes.
nods and, might you take me to the armory? And, after a little while, Marcus will disappear. You guys will hand in your wings. Juriel will thank you, wish you luck, and then give Marcus a sort of little peck on the head and wish him goodbye, and he'll come out in the most magnificent-looking armor ever. Because all I wanted was golden wings, and that's what I got from the art. I was like, he needs some new armor. Honestly, some of these images are like, I don't understand. Does AI only exist for people that are hot? Like,
It's very hard to get a plain-looking person.
I'm going to call this discarded, okay? This is what I got the first 2 searches. I don't understand why the chest. It's taking a while to load, but I'll show you. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't understand why the chest. There are so many of these that just madness. But anyway, Marcus comes out wearing fabulous armor, I'm ready. There's a mount waiting for me at the foothills. If you guys are ready to
shiny.
descend. It's a bit much, isn't it? And then he sort of like folds in his wings and tosses a sort of white cloak over his shoulders. Red and gold cloak over his shoulders. Wrong person. Is red and gold? Yeah, red and gold's a Feurian Guard. Cool. It's kind of the Dawn Guard as well, but the other way round. This is what I discarded, by the way.
Oh my god.
Oh, you
Wow.
so should have kept that.
It's
my
ridiculous.
God.
Like,
Extra.
sure, but it's just like, that is not Marcus, right? He was an acolyte
I
until this
love
moment.
that.
He comes out of his brown robe and suddenly he's ripped. He's got his chest out.
Yes,
He's got these weird
love
earpieces.
You should have kept it.
What are those
like
ears?
No, he can't become a fuckboy immediately.
Yeah, that's
He's
his-
got to grow into it.
That's
Yeah.
what happens later on, yeah.
In a few years, he'll dress like this.
Yeah.
But for now, this is Marcus in his
Yeah, just
ostentatious
tits
gold
out.
armor. Yeah, exactly. Like we've already had Nipples McGee. Like we don't need more of them.
Oh my god.
Where is Nipples McGee? Where are you at?
Is he still
Marcus?
alive? I don't remember.
Yeah. There he is.
Okay. Okay. Oh, there he is. Hello.
Like a cook glass.
He does look evil, doesn't he? He does look
He
really
looks
evil.
Sinister.
Mind you, Juriel looks kind of evil too.
She
And
looks
she's
cool.
like super good.
She looks cool.
Yeah. Anyway, armor collected down the hill. You run off. You pick up a horse from the foothills of the mountain. There's actually like 12 horses and like 6 guards. Marcus just sort of, yeah, thanks. And just to top off his edgy look, it is a coal black horse. It is pure black. Shiny
Hell
black
yeah.
mane and everything. But it's got like little gold brocade in its mane and on its reins. It's only painted metal, but it's so stupidly fancy. All he's missing is one of those silly feather plumes on his head.
That's a good look.
Yeah, you can ride up to Giant Mountain, where Isu Worm will be greeted with the hands up, not the they see you coming and then they do the hands up. Yes, by now, always just chatting away in Giant to the Giants, and you guys are just desperately trying to follow along. Pretty soon you're able to establish yourself a tribe of 350. If you remember, the main guy is Olgasha, the giant shaman.
Okay.
And he's the person who will do the majority of the talking to you. I mean, they're sort of as fascinated by you guys as you were originally by them, and they're very happy to just sort of chat about everything, really. Is there anything specific that we would be talking to the Giants about?
Well, Giants, I'm curious. Have you all battled the Shadowveil previously?
Olgasha will inform you that while skirmishes have happened with Shadowveil who've infiltrated within their lands, they haven't. Haven't
not on the
gone
front
to war.
line.
No.
Oh. Well, I guess I would just want to, or maybe Glacius would want to inform them, a little bit of what to expect on the front line.
Okay.
I mean, I know Giants are. You guys are so powerful.
Yeah, they're not really sure what their role will be, because obviously, like...
I'm curious what their role will be, too.
Yeah, because they are quite big.
But nonetheless, they're powerful, and so they're definitely going to be useful for something.
They're not going to be just standing around. They're going to get put to use.
Yeah, oh gosh, sort of... I worry that... We
What?
Giants are fewer and longer lived. The loss of a single giant is a very sad day. That is not to say that losing a human isn't sad, but we mourn loss heavily. Sorry, this is Olgasha. I had forgotten to upload his art, so there he is.
Cool.
But yeah, to lose even 10 of our tribe would be devastating beyond measure. Also, can we just have a little talk? I've only just seen this art a little more clearly. Just down and left from his left horn, there is a very funnily faced beaky kind of bone thing. Sort of and notice his little skulls, they've all got little faces. Oh dear, that's proper cute.
That's so cute.
But yeah, he worries about sort of losing giant. You can tell he's trying not to say like one giant life is worth 100 humans, but he's thinking it.
No, that's fair. They are
Humans
larger.
Well, not only that, but there are less than 5,000 giants left in the world, or in
Yeah,
in the
so
world.
everyone
in the
lost is
continent.
big.
You know, exactly, that's huge.
But better to lose even 1,000 giants than to lose them all to Shadowveil, if they were to succeed and eventually take over the entire continent.
The chance of complete
Sadly,
loss
any number of loss is better than complete annihilation.
I hope we are not expended lightly.
Much the same, I hope
Of
not to.
course not.
But it's a grave situation we find ourselves in. We should expect something quite terrible, but we will pull through. We can beat these. Yes.
I think as it stands, you all just, showing up is, I think, such a big step towards defeating the Shadowveil once and for all. If we can get all of our factions united and working together, I think...
All humans working together.
Well, I didn't say all humans.
Hey, wonderful
I'm saying,
joke.
if we can just get a common goal.
If everyone else can cooperate, perhaps the humans will follow behind.
Exactly. Giants
Just irrelevant. Just to remind you, humans doesn't mean people of the human-only race.
No,
Yeah.
the
It's not all
small
at
folk.
Sullivan. Yes.
The small folk, yeah.
Humanoids that aren't elves, basically.
I think you all are going to just by your presence, are going to lead by example.
And also, it seems like we've made some small but significant progress towards this already. I mean, we now have the Feurian Guard very much willing to commit to this. So
Yes.
that's one of three major groups. So now we just have hopefully a much easier time from here on out.
Did Jamal say anything important while my headset was broken?
Absolutely not.
Great. Fantastic. Moving on. I'm really sorry. The stream heard everything. I couldn't hear a thing. But that's fine. Yes, so Olgasha will keep you company and chat away with you as you walk.
That does remind me, though. Do we need to check in again at the that fortress of the Feurian Guard and kind of?
Oh yeah.
No, you can send a message.
Okay. Okay, good.
The Juriel has communicated with them for you.
Perfect. Okay, then yeah. As long as the Feurian Guard's on the same page.
During
the giants.
Yeah, during the journey, our man will ask about giant mating rituals.
Oh
and
gosh,
whether-
this guy.
Whether cloud giants and frost giants can partake in, sort of two parts. And what about the smallest of giants? Can they mix with humanoids?
Hill giants?
Yeah, I mean, it's only 3 or 4.
Isn't that how you
It can't
make
be-
ogres or something? Something crazy like that.
I don't think so. I think ogres are a completely different race.
There's some kind of half-breed giants.
There are half
that
giants,
exist.
right? Yeah, definitely. Our man is very curious. He wants to make his own little half giants.
Oh my gosh, I'm on.
Yeah, he does seem a little bit frisky at the moment.
Little Randy.
Well, he just kind of wants to
Jesus.
experience everything there is to experience before he goes and dies in the Shadowveil lands. That's how he's seeing it.
Too shy.
I understand.
And, I'm just saying it could be. It's gonna be an experience, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
You want very strange experiences.
I mean, we've walked through the mountains. We've witnessed the rising of a castle in the clouds.
That was cool.
We've met dragons with hats. We've met illithids. We've aboleths, and we fought a Balor, and we've had plenty of the other experiences.
Oh,
Yeah.
please don't remind me of the aboleth. Oh, jeez.
Oh, they're always in my mind. I wonder when
Yeah.
that Draco Lich is coming after us. And you just hear Olgasha,
That's-
Draco
that's-
Lich!
See, that's
Oh,
exactly
boy.
the problem. It's the fact that they're always in your mind. That's
Mm,
exactly
yes,
the problem.
terrifying. I don't like having people controlling my brain. We met a genie. We got a mansion we didn't even take a look at. You know what I mean? I'm just saying,
We were
experiences.
building up the
We've got
suspense.
lots of experiences, and I'm enjoying them, and I'm trying to add to those. Now, tell me about your mount, Ashrin. He will gesture towards what I assume is the Nightmare Obsidian steed you're riding.
She's. Yeah. What about her?
Some of you tease Glacius for his armor. And he will gesture towards your abyssal-looking demonic horse. Just saying.
She was liberated from somebody who didn't deserve her.
I love that word.
I've liberated some wonderful things in my time. And with that, he will sort of idly put his hand in his pocket and pull out that crystal champagne glass he was drinking from. My mother's going to be furious. Puts it back.
Wow.
All this time he's been feeding you and getting drinks, like when he does. He's sort of revealing to you that he's pilfering the stores of the drow.
Interesting. I love that, personally.
You could just, like, reach into your home kitchen cabinets or something from here? Or...
Yeah, basically, here. And he'll take off his hat and he'll get you to put your hand into his hat. This one's the larder.
Like a magician.
I'll grab something and pull it out.
Yeah, you pull out a French stick, like a really long baguette. 4 foot
I'll
baguette.
start breaking it into pieces and tossing it around to everybody.
Yum.
It becomes very difficult to knot. The head wizard of Arkea is my, I suppose you'd say, older brother.
Ooh.
Yes, he's dreadfully evil and mean and nasty, and he believes that all humans are fodder or awful. But he does have his bright points in that he likes to play pranks on my mother, and he's very apt at creating these extra-dimensional links. You know, things that are in one place that reach into another place, rifts in in the time and space.
That is interesting. Wow.
So it means that, I've got some stores back home where I can keep things like that brush that I gave to you, Glacius. But also, we have some set up in the larder and in, other places. There are none big enough for me to climb through, but...
And this definitely doesn't work in Shadowveil lands, right?
I'd assume not. But
You didn't
we can
try?
hope. I didn't have them then.
Oh, I see. This is new. Okay.
Not
Yeah,
new.
it's worth it.
Just, I didn't have them then.
No.
So when you said you were in the Shadowveil lands before, you were travelling through the Underdark there, yes?
Sometimes,
Is that how you
sometimes.
survived with food? Foraging through the Underdark?
I hunted the strange beasts out there and ate them as they were. I hunted strange beasts in the Underdark. I have the ability, or had the ability, to conjure some food that sometimes didn't go off before I'd finish eating it. I survived off the scraps of the land. Sometimes I pilfered from Shadowveil stores for prisoners.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was a tough existence.
Okay, above table. Have we been told why Amon was there in the first place?
You've never asked.
Oh, well then I want to ask. I was just making sure I wasn't getting old information. Amon, can I just ask why you were in Shadowveil lands in the first place? How'd you get in that mess?
My mother, for want of a better word. We're not blood related, but she raised me.
Sure.
I upset her at the beginning of the Shadowveil War.
Don't tell
My
me.
family were located in the eastern part of Listras, where the Shadowveil first took over. She brokered a deal with them to relocate the family over in Sogravia. But she left me behind.
Wow. On purpose, or were you, just not
It was most
there?
intentional. She sent me to the surface.
Wow, that's very cruel. But,
The drow are cruel.
yeah, I didn't want to say it. You said it.
I'm trying to change them, but... One man against an ocean.
Well,
Is that why you would return? I can't imagine any other reason after that.
I had friends amongst the drow. I'd lived with them for 400 years. There was a girl. A woman. She was magnificent. She could see past the drow prejudice. When my mother left me in Australia, we were going to go and get married under the branch of Elistray. Elistray is a goodly drow goddess of the surface drow, not connected to Loth at all. And whilst he came back for her. Once I was back, there was little point leaving. There are certain parts of the lifestyle you get used to. The servants, the chefs, the freedom to do as you wish, the riches. I'm a vain man, and an indulgent one. I enjoy my pleasures. Little other reason to stay.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened to her?
She wasn't there when I arrived. My mother put her to death the day before I got home.
Ugh. How terrible.
It wasn't easy. But she was thought of as a blasphemer. An insult to the goddess Loth. She was only kept alive so that I would know that if I had been but one day earlier. Obviously, my mother watched me in her ways once I made it into non-Shadowveil lands. So she knew when I'd get back. So it wouldn't have mattered how many days early I was, but that feeling still remains.
I am sorry you went through that.
I'm sorry to bring the mood down.
No, it's okay.
Truth is, I've never really been accepted anywhere until...
You know, you talk about our optimism, but you're not that different. Trying to change the drow, I feel like that's a bigger undertaking than our thing.
Yes, but I'm not particularly optimistic about it. Just do it because it's the right thing to do. I don't really believe it's possible. You believe everything's possible.
Well,
I believe what you're doing is possible.
yeah.
You of all, Sullivan, suffer from that relentless optimism I was talking about.
And look where it's gotten me.
Yeah.
I know.
In the drow.
Yes.
In the drow world, a touch of...
That's not what I meant, but okay.
In the drow world, a touch of shade means that's it. You cut your head off before you affect anyone else. In your world, a touch of shadow in one of your friends, and you dream about putting him in cryostasis and entering into the land of your enemy to find a cure.
Believe me, I appreciate it as
It's utter madness.
unrealistically wild as it seems.
It's utter madness, and yet
Well, I think that's
beautiful.
very unique to our group. I don't think the regular person
unique
in
is
a
the word
town-
for you all. Unique.
Thank you.
You'd have to be. Try and change this world. And look, he gestures towards the 350 giants tromping along beside you.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I mean, hey,
No one would
in
have
all
dreamed.
Fairness, in all fairness, to say we're relentlessly optimistic, it's true. Tempering it with realism, everything that we've done so far and everything we set out to do is
Pure luck.
unbelievably unlikely.
Yeah.
Pure luck.
And yet, so far, we've made everything
Yeah.
work.
You keep telling yourself that, Callum. Pure luck.
I will.
It's ridiculous.
But, every step that the giants make to our horse is like jumper.
No, it's safe to say you're riding on the path and they're moving through the wilderness to your off to the
Wow.
beacon shore. The only giant who's walking with you isn't that big. That's Olgasha. He's only 18 foot tall.
Are they singing any chants?
No, they're almost silent.
A girl worth fighting for.
Yeah.
That's what Sullivan's singing.
Yeah. Or now that we're men.
No, I think I think they're sort of doing the I'll make a man out of you sort of thing to all the ones that haven't fought yet.
Ooh, I love that.
There's at least one giant who wished he had have learned how to swim. But yeah, they're making their way quite easily, and the horses are almost a little push to keep up. But Armand turns to you all and just, I do think that your madness and your optimism is a beautiful thing, and you've been very accepting. I am very grateful.
We are grateful to have you here. And who knows, perhaps once we've fixed this war, we could help you with your issue. And your people.
One monumental task at a time.
That's what I said. I said after this.
Yeah.
He did say they are not my people.
Well,
quite strongly.
Bandits.
I
Okay.
was raised
You can
amongst
choose
the
your own
drow,
people.
but truthfully, I'm not sure they exist. But
we could be your people.
that would be wonderful, Sullivan. And I'd best get an invite to the wedding.
There is no wedding. We're barely. There's just no.
Oh, there will be
Would you look
after
over
you
there.
after you've saved the world. Oh, there will be.
I would love to say there's all the time in the world, but
Not for you.
indeed.
Armand said looks at you. Even the DM told you there's plenty of time for you to die.
Actually, it's been a couple of days now. Shouldn't Jamal have rolled?
No, he doesn't need to anymore because he's never going to see
okay.
another combat.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, that's what
wow.
you think. That's what you think.
I attack him.
Oh no!
If you guys decide not to go to Miss Charlie for some reason, then he'll be in serious trouble. But otherwise, he's going to make it now. So,
Okay.
yeah. He'll probably be on about
Much
30
to
HP,
ask,
30 max HP by the time you get to the
that's not so
Sisterhood
bad.
to
Oh, how
lock him
cute.
in.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
remember those days.
Yes, there was a moment I flicked to a different screen not that long ago, and one of you had 22 hit points, and I was just like, "Oh, look at the little ones!"
Oh,
He's still only got about 50, but yeah, no, he's not. He's got 99.
I think he's over 100 now.
He's got 99.
Come on, Obi.
Weird, he's got quite a good con, I think, as well. But anyway, yeah,
Amazing.
the days pass with constant sort of conversation between the group. Arman does teeter on the verge of telling you something. There's one part he hasn't shared, but he doesn't actually want to truly tell you. He's not sure he really can. But you do gain a little bit of insight into that he's certainly not a drow. He has made that clear.
He like
He's a changeling.
change.
Um,
Reading my mind.
Player-wise, you would assume so. Character-wise, you've never met a changeling.
No.
They are rumoured to have
Yeah.
died in the very beginning of the war in Australia.
Interesting.
And changelings don't tend to live for 700 years. And he is claimed to
Also
have lived
strange.
for 600 years before the War of Sogravia, so there's definitely something going on there. But you guys get to Kvatch, isn't that nice?
Oh, civilization.
Have I not done a Kvatch? Oh, I've got to do a page for it.
I thought we've
It
been there.
has been
You've never been to
so
Kvatch.
long since
never
you've
been to
been
Kvatch?
anywhere that isn't just wilderness.
Well, even so, you've never
I
been
know.
to Kvatch.
Are you
True.
sure?
Yeah,
Alright.
100% certain you've never been to Kvatch. But I do have art for it from last.
Which was the town with the sewers then? That's the one I'm
Kathan.
thinking of. Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Kathan is the head of the Magus Arcane. It is a little way away from the border. Kvatch is a
Right at the
it's
border.
a border frontier town,
Oh
and it has
boy,
been
how
moved
exciting.
6 times.
Like, as the borders,
Mm-hmm.
as the Shadowveil
Oh,
approach.
Hello?
I'm just
Hello.
imagining the town
Hello.
rising
Sorry.
up on legs and just shuffling over a few steps.
oh, so you did hear me. It has been moved 6 times.
Yeah.
How would they move it?
A lot of
Just like
wizards.
Alora just said. They put it-
Just
it's got
stands
legs
up and walks over.
walked over.
A lot of wizards and a lot of man work. The walls have been rebuilt a few times. But Kvatch stands very, very tall. So what they do is they build walls, and then the wizards raise the earth in the middle, and then they build the walls higher, and then they put the place on the top. Resulting in something like... if I can get you guys here. Can I get you guys here? Ugh! Kvatch. Oh, are you kidding me? I already had it! I just forgot to name it. No. So what it is that this bridge here, this World 20 is refreshing. I've gone somewhere interesting and I don't know where. I'm in Ramsbottom. Let me out. Oh, the map's moving. Everything's moving. Get on the map layer and stay there. Okay, fantastic. I was trying to ping. So the only entrance to Kvatch from Sogravia is this one bridge. And there is a long sort of a ramp, if you like, leading up to it, and then a long bridge in. The entire town exists on this level, and this is this raised earthworks that I was talking about. They build walls around and they raise all the earth in it, and then they build the walls higher and they build on top of that.
Cool.
You can only fit about 2,000 people inside Kvatch at any given time.
Uh-oh.
It's quite
We're
small.
gonna put our giants.
They're not entering. They can't.
Okay.
They can't get through there. They certainly can't get through that one. But as you approach, 20 guards ride out, wearing full Dawn Guard armor. So charge out and sort of rain in before you. And who speaks to these giants?
I do.
What is the meaning of this?
Did we not send word ahead? Fuck me.
Goodness me, no. Who was going to go faster than you?
I thought we'd like send a sending or something.
To who?
We don't know anybody.
Oh no.
Who thought? Wrong.
Yeah. You thought.
That's why we came with them. We are the message.
Yes.
That should be the name of one of these episodes. We are the message.
Yes.
New name, rebranding.
We're not the Shadowhunters anymore. We are the message.
Yes. We deliver.
I like that more.
Anyway,
honestly.
well, that's too bad. You've been hunting shadows long enough now.
We're the Shadowhunters.
I'm not going back through every YouTube description and changing it from the Shadowhunters to the message. Sullivan, you're speaking with these giants. What is the meaning of this?
We come with aid from the giants. They are here to protect the border and help push back against the Shadowland. The Shadowveil.
But that's unheard of. What's your rank?
Correct.
Well, you've heard it now.
What's
I
your
am
rank?
a. What a great question.
Yeah, what's your
Private.
rank?
I am
Not a private, surely.
No, there's a specific name for someone who goes.
You're like
gallivanting
He's a
about.
knight errant.
Venture.
Knight errant.
Yeah, a knight errand. I is
Errand.
due
No,
for a
not on
promotion
errand.
is what I fucking am.
Oh, here I was thinking he's a corporal.
No,
Oh, wow.
No, I am a knight errand of the Dawn Guard.
Mm-hmm. Cute. I love your rank.
Yeah.
I see. And you bring with you a troop of... There must be over 100 giants over there.
Yes, there
And
is.
Olgash and Battle's at 348.
348.
Specifically.
I see.
Act
And
about
you
it.
speak common. Not all of us. And badly. But yes. I command the giants. Who commands you, soldier?
Who commands me?
No, he's asking the front of these guards that rode out. Who commands them?
Oh, right.
The soldier sort of... Torga, and perhaps I should get him.
Or go.
Do you want to... I don't think you're gonna fit through the gatekeeper. Maybe you and... soldier, I don't know what to do.
Why don't you go get your commanding officer?
Bring him out here,
And we will-
onto the grasslands?
Yes,
How...
and we will-
Does sound
let a man think! And he sort of holds his arm again. Will you all, and you, and he points to Olgasha, come to the Citadel? Olgasha, well, he doesn't know his name, but you will fit. You're smaller than some of your friends. Torgar will see you in the Citadel.
Okay,
Very
great.
well.
He sort of nods and has made that decision, and then we will escort you to the entrance. And as he gets to the
Okay.
ramp, sort of somebody who's clearly his superior is like, "You can't bring a giant into the Citadel. What are you doing?"
We can, we will.
No, you can't, and you won't. Who are you?
We're the message.
I see. Right. He was
The
specifically
message
asking
is,
Callum.
We're the
who are you?
Shadowhunters.
Who are you,
Yeah.
Callum? No, specifically, who are you, Callum?
Callum, I'm Callum Coppertone of the Shadowhunters. Maybe you've heard of it.
What you mean to say is that you have no rank within the Dawn Guard whatsoever. You
Oh no,
can't,
but he does. I'll point at Sullivan.
You
He's
can't
got
be more
the
than a
rank.
knight.
Sullivan is
Me?
knight. Is
I
knight
am-
not a very high rank?
I'm
No.
I
It's
am
like
a
just
knight.
above basic soldier.
Yeah.
This
That's
is
why I
news
said
to
I'm
me.
due a promotion.
He said,
He's
"You will
basically
wait
a
here.
corporal.
You will wait here. I will go and get Torga. He will make a decision." And
That leads to a
after a little
promotion.
moment,
I thought you had a rank this whole time.
he does.
I
He's
do. It's
above
just
regular
not a high
soldiers.
rank.
So there's only regular soldiers, knights, and then there's like vice generals and generals. Like that's it. There's only like 4 ranks in there.
wow.
Well, I
Wow.
chose to be a knight
In-
errant so I could
as
go
errants,
do
yeah.
my own thing and help about, and I'll be tied down to one place.
Yeah,
Okay,
there are
yeah,
lots
we gotta
more
get you
ranks to
promoted.
those that remain within the.
Well, if bringing 348 giants does not
Well-
require a promotion, I don't know what will.
I tell you what impresses them far more than the giants is when Torgal comes out and Sullivan, Callum, the Shadowhunters. Look at you guys go! I thought it
Thank
might be
you.
you. And
Yes.
all of the soldiers are sort of looking at him
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you're on first name terms. I see. Okay."
Yes.
The one who was very pompous, the knight incumbent who was in charge of Citadel security, has sort of vanished into the ether. No one's seen him since that
that's
moment. Torgal, "Oh, you've brought giants.
Have we?
That's inconvenient. The doorways are not very large. I apologize, good sir, or is it a madam?
It's a sir.
It's a son.
Good sir, but perhaps you might... We'll have to set up a pavilion out here. Where's that useless wizard? And,
Bro?
Take your pick.
no, he looks around and
Just kidding,
scurrying
Sam,
along
bro.
behind him is a bald-headed man with sort of... Do you know that horrible, like, dangling hair that's like... Where they've grown their hair, but they have a bald pate? So it's like
yes.
it's long around the back and
Oh,
sides
yes, I
and bald
can
on the top.
visualize it.
Yeah, okay. And he's got a little pair of spectacles on the end of his nose, and he's running as fast as he can in his little grey robe. Sorry, sir, I'm here.
Fantastic.
Oh, goodness me, you do move quickly. What is it you need? Choco's like, I need a pavilion out here, big enough for a giant and all of us. Right. I see.
Do you need any help with that? Maybe I could help.
I'd be willing to offer my aid where I can as well, if that's
I
where I can.
need to get a book. And he scurries off back to the Citadel. Anybody with a passive insight of 12 or higher will note that he is not coming back. Ever.
Callum does not have that.
I don't think he's coming back.
Uh-oh.
He's definitely.
you.
No, I
I
imagine
think
not.
that-
He's completely useless. Have you got anything or anywhere where we could have a conversation with a little more civility than the grass.
Ooh,
How do you
what
feel
in
about
our
lamps?
magnificent lamp
Yeah.
mansion?
You have a what,
It's
sorry?
it's time to break it out.
Wonderful! Let's go!
Chomping at the bit. Let's go, Torgar.
He turns around to his second in command, and who's the equivalent of Anvar but in Kvatch. Says, hold the line. Try not to die. I'll be back at some point soon.
Yes. Fantastic.
To the lamp! He looks around.
Rub, 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 rub,
Yeah,
rub,
rub a
rub.
dub
Hold
dub.
on.
Oh.
It takes a minute straight.
Yeah.
rub, rub, rub.
Yeah.
So one of you rubs
Bear
and
with me.
goes in, and the next one just sort of looks and... Oh,
Sorry, take a little bit.
after you, and he gestures towards Olgasha, who sort of puts one little finger on the lamp.
Rub, 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 rub.
Yeah.
And you will find yourself standing in a library.
Oh, wow, the genie gave us a library? We didn't even ask for that.
Goodness, look at that book.
Bonuses, let's go.
Wow, that's a big
Bear with me a
That's a
second.
book a giant could read.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's big for a reason. I've got a few things to do. I'm getting there as quickly as I can. I've got to change the music, find the image, get a handout, close that, open
Yeah.
that, get the different notes up.
So Torgar's in charge here?
Togar is the commander of all the armies of Sogravia.
Fantastic, so we can cross off. Get Torgar shit.
He
together
yeah,
on
you
our
haven't
list.
asked yet, but he does seem to be that person. That's what you wanted
That's
him
what
to
I'm
do,
noticing.
and he hadn't said he would before.
Okay.
But
Fingers
before that,
crossed he gives
you've
me
got
a
a man to
promotion.
meet. As you arrive in a library, and a gentleman appears before you,
Oh,
somewhat
my
ghost-like,
God.
and he tips his deep hat.
Ooh.
Good afternoon and good evening. It
I
appears
wish I
that
could see this.
you can't see him.
No, I can't see a black box.
Oh, I
What's in the black
can.
box?
He's very dashing. It's
White
not a
box.
bit-
Refresh. He's right there.
I'm
I can-
refreshing. Let me
I can
try.
see
Yeah, I'll full refresh. Try it again.
He
I've
is very
seen
dashing.
it do this.
he
What's
is
he
very
called?
dead.
Butler.
The
butler.
Can you just ping him again? Oh, yeah, there he is now. Ooh.
And he sort of lowers his ghostly hat. And, good day and good all. It seems there are new owners of the lamp. Welcome. I must first talk you through security and...
Damn.
There's another one of you. Good day and good eve. There seems to be a new owner of the lamp. I am here to talk you through security.
Just hold on. It's
How
gonna
many
be,
are there going to be?
About, what, 8? 9?
There's
Something
Arman,
like
there's
that.
Marcus, there's the 6 members
Oh,
of the
shit,
Shadowhunters, there's Olgasha, and there's Torgar. There's 10 of you.
There's 10 of them.
After about 6 people, the giant comes through. Oh, I see. This is quite the conglomerate. And he sort of puts his arms out and makes a gesture, and all of the corridors get taller. So to accommodate Olgasha, the book at the center gets even slightly larger, just to show off. And finally, when the last person steps through, he's good day and good evening and good morning to all. I am the butler. I see that we have new owners of the lantern. And Torgar's like, wait, have you never been here before?
No.
And Arman's like, no.
No.
They've been holding off on this, and I don't know why. We've had it for a week.
We were building up the suspense.
And I am the butler. First, we must talk through security and protocols. You may not stay here more than 12 hours. It's very bad for your brain. Those that can are under a plan of binding and can never leave. Do not try and take them from here. It will destroy their souls. On top of which, there are 2 rooms which can never change. The first is this, the library. Within the library, you will find the Grand Book. The Grand Book dictates the manner of the mansion. Here is where you can choose your floor plan, design rooms, change things about, move the chairs, move the tables, move the walls, move the ceilings. Please only make changes when you are in the library. Do not make changes when you are elsewhere, or somebody else might get crushed. And that's bad
my
for
goodness.
business. So any changes, you must be in the
yes.
library to make them, and you must all of you, solids, as we might call them, all of you solid people better be in the library. That being said, there are plenty of non-solids who are here at your disposal. Here's one right now, and he sort of clicks his fingers, and a translucent man in a suit sort of comes along. And, at your service, good sirs, at your service, good madams, sirs, giant.
Wow.
Sir, madam, sir, as he goes down the line, sort of bows to each of you one by one.
Goodness.
And, would you care for a drink?
this is
And he sort of manifests a tray, and on top of this tray are little glasses of what appears to be orange fizzy liquid.
Is it
That's
listing drink?
most
You've been
welcome,
given mimosas.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Excellent.
And,
Let's
More
go.
champagne.
Now, as I was saying, security and protocol. It doesn't matter where the servants are. They do not get crushed. They can through the walls, you know? Nice and easy. Wonderful. Ah, yes. 2 rooms that cannot be changed. The first is the library, and if you would just come with me down this corridor, I'll show you the second. And he bustles you on down to what appears to be an endless hall. In this hall, there are crates and boxes and knobs and bobbins and bits and bobbins and all sorts, and strange closets and wardrobes and things that don't make any sense, and all manner of stuff that has been stored. So these are the storage halls. Most of it is of no use to you whatsoever, but these are magically refilling food boxes and drink boxes that you're served from. They are places where you can put things and never ever lose them apart from when you can't find them. They are places where all manners of gadgets and gizmos and God's wallabies are stored.
Say less.
I will say much more, I'm afraid. There is plenty left on the terms and protocols. But that being said, you may not change the storage halls. Do not try, for they may spontaneously combust, or all the items might attack you one by one. I don't know. Don't do it. Let's not find out. Anyway, back to the library. Come along. And he leads you along a different corridor. This is the corridor of books. Many tales are being told here, many, many tales. I'd like to tell you that every book that has ever been written is here, but it is simply not true. You will find it on that bookshelf and that bookshelf are exactly the same books, and again on the next one, and again on the next one. It's done for show. If you want to change it, that's absolutely fine, but they're mostly just nursery rhymes and children's books, if I'm honest, but it does look fancy when you keep repeating them over and over. Anyway, down here and up again, and okay, brilliant. And back to the library we go. Okay, wonderful. So I am the butler. If you have any questions, if you have any doubts, if you have anything that you need to know, you can trust that if I don't know it, I'll tell you. I am the butler, always at your service and in charge of the staff here. That's different.
What?
He looks over your shoulder, Callum, to Sid.
What are you looking at?
And on Sid's shoulder is perched a ginger, furry cat.
Well,
Just sat there
whose cat
purring.
is this?
I believe it is yours.
Who brought this in here?
Um,
Was this not here already, Butler?
well, it appears from time to time. Many centuries, few and far between, but it seems to have chosen you.
Oh, you mean it chose Sid, because Sid loves animals. Callum is
Yeah, a
indifferent.
bit of both, but truly, I think it chose Michaela, that is for sure.
Well, I have one very
Aw.
important question to ask in terms of this cat as I look towards
Yes.
it. I look towards the cat. By any chance, do you talk?
The cat does not respond.
Interesting.
But
Callum, you try.
The law has been broken.
our mascot has returned, one could say. And this cat sort of leaps down
Aw.
from Sid's shoulders and begins to nuzzle around Callum's feet, and then gets back up onto Sid's shoulder. The butler sort of looks at you, and the cat is a little different to other parts of the library. It may come and go as it pleases.
As cats will do.
You may take it with you into the vast and wild lands, and it will remain with you until you disappear, and then we'll find someone else. But that doesn't happen very often. Welcome, new owners, and we haven't exchanged names. I'm the butler. Who are you?
Callum, this is Sid.
Sid, and you? And it just points down the line, lets you all introduce each other. Torgar will make it quite honest. I'm not the owner.
He's visiting.
I just came along for a chat. Have you got a hall we could have a conversation in, and perhaps some food?
I want to try to make a hall that we can chat in with the book.
Oh,
Yeah. So there's already, you'll find a template for a dining hall, a long dining hall with tables all the way along, with sort of kitchens just nearby, fabulous service. He will tell you you could perhaps dine there and then create at your leisure. If you need to converse.
Okay, yes. I definitely want to play with this, though. Callum's so excited. to play
Oh, yeah.
Sims.
But yeah, he will send you off to the dining hall.
Oh,
But
nice.
I'd like to use this before you render it non-existent. Torgar sort of, well, this is quite the place to eat. And Algasha is this magic is, it is more. This did not come from you, wizard. And he points to Zavro. It could not
This
have-
one didn't, no. I'm not able to do anything quite this excellent.
But no, frankly, me neither. Or however you
Believe
came
me,
by it. Goodness me, did you see that? And the chair sort of gets bigger, and one end of the table just pops up a little bit for Olgasha to sit at.
Perfect.
And yeah, as you gather round, a beautiful dinner is served. All sorts of manner of food, and Torgar sort of giants. Don't try and bamboozle me with your magnificent mansions. Giants. You've brought giants.
Correct.
Perhaps an explanation. I seem to have found myself in charge of the armies of Sogravia.
Yeah.
That's quite the promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, it's a remotion.
Well, still.
When did this happen? We're proud of you. Yes.
It's your damn fault, you know. Made me feel responsible. Anvar rode to the defense of Kavach, and a lot of men were lost. He came to me for advice. But I was bored of the ale anyway, and well, you do what you can or whatever. I don't know. It's your fault. That's for sure. Pompous speeches, Sullivan.
Well, I will take that responsibility then. But in terms of your first question,
Giants, yes.
we
Don't think I've forgotten your bamboozling again.
we went to the aid of the Feurian Guard.
No, don't talk to me about them. Nothing but trouble.
Okay, well,
Marcus sort of-
those
Hi,
who we shall not speak of.
Feurian Guard here. Marcus, pleasure to make your acquaintance, Master Torgar Hammerstriker. Torgar sort of... whatever. Carry on.
Well, they had some giant trouble. Miscommunication on both sides, and
pun.
also there was a Shadowveil that was manipulating both sides. But long story short, we snuffed that out, we dealt with it, and came to relative peace between the two groups. And so the giants had offered to lend their aid against the Shadowveil.
Yes. Sogrov is their home
You should have
as
stroked
well,
your
and
spears.
they've come to its
So-
defense.
You went to help the Feurian Guard. Excuse me. Went down
You
the
should get that looked at.
Yes. And then there was Shadowveil manipulating them and giants, and you snuffed that out, and the giants have offered their aid in the war against the Shadowveil, and now I've got some giant troops. Is that right?
Yes.
That's correct.
I've got giant troops, Olgash was saying. We are to aid
Yes.
you.
Well, yes.
Not to serve.
No, they are equals.
Equals. Torgar raises his eyebrow, and we will do
You
our
know what
best
I mean.
to make sure that you are not wasted. An offensive. We could conduct an offensive. For the first
Can
time
you
in 30
imagine?
years.
Yes.
An offensive. Oh, the Gutbusters have been waiting for this. This is our moment.
Yeah.
Oh, Gasha, your name was, right? Some of your folks are a bit bigger, right? Than you. No, nothing personal. Just some are larger. Like, a lot larger?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, begging pardon, but a giant like you could throw a fairly big rock. A bigger giant. Do you get what I'm saying?
If they were so inclined, I suppose.
He looks to Zavril and... My wizard's incompetent. I don't know if you're any more useful, but... How good are wizards at making rocks?
He's the best
At
wizard.
making rocks.
Or finding them, or relocating them, or...
Finding rocks.
Materialize rocks.
Yeah.
Well, at present I cannot, but given that we have a library here, who knows, maybe
If one more wizard tells me that they need a damn book to solve my problems...
Unfortunately, that is every wizard. Every wizard requires books, but if it is
Damn it,
written
I
in a
should have
book,
spoken to
then
those
I
madman
can-
druids that promised me they could raise... Wait. They could raise... buttresses. What about the
Yes.
druids that raised the earth to move Kvatch? They could make rocks, right?
Well,
I
I'm
would
not
assume
really-
so.
imagine.
Big rocks. Big giants.
I love rocks.
Ha 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 ha! We're going to have giants
Big
throwing...
weapons.
Olgasha sort of... Pardon me, but... I'm a wizard.
Oh gosh, yeah. Do you
And-
rock making magic?
I can make rocks.
Yes.
Of rocks.
Now we're talking.
We can throw rocks for you, Mr. Hammerstriker. Our giants would prefer not to be employed as the front line. Giant lives are few and far between. Tolgar, no, much too precious to waste on infantry. You'll be the artillery. And if you can throw more than just rocks, then... This is the best day of this century! And he sort of jumps up and sort of moves over the table, like almost knocking off the wine glasses, and goes and gives Sullivan a big hug, and then hugs Callum, and then hugs Sid, and is like, sort of looks up and questions what he's doing. And then he goes and hugs Ashrin, and then he hugs Zavril, and useless wizard.
Great.
And then hugs Obi, and is like, I missed you, little man, and like noggins his head. And, but where's Starling? That girl can drink like a dwarf. Wasn't she
Excellent question.
running from assassins last time we checked?
That's the last I saw her.
Oh.
She's probably fine.
But you're a wizard, right? You can do the thing where you... And then she says, and then you know, right?
Yes, I would be able
So
to.
where's
I-
Starling?
That is the
Where's
best
Starling?
description of the spell sending.
He just like prods you in the chest. Where is Starling?
I can find out where Starling is after we have slept on it. Unfortunately, I cannot do so right this
He
second.
needs a book, you need a nap!
He put sending away. He's
Anyone
done sending
solve my
messages.
problems without a book.
Same.
Maybe she's at our house. I'll send a message there.
You can send me the house?
No, with our tubes, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I'll ask the goblins. Hey, is Starling there?
Shout.
Goes down the tube, and after a little moment, there's a big piece of paper that comes out. It wasn't rolled properly, and as it comes out, it rolls out large, and there's just 3 big letters. Y-E-S.
We found her.
She's
At
at
our
yes? She's at...
Oh.
Like... And then Torgar sort of points to the
No,
floor.
sorry, not this one. We have multiple
No.
homes.
I see. Oh, the place back where we dropped you last time. Goodbye, Van Halen.
Yeah,
That one doesn't move.
No.
Not in a land.
That's,
quite permanent.
I see.
it very much stays in place.
Well, at least she's safe. God, I miss that girl. God, she can drink. So, what's your plan, Hunters of Shadow? You're not come to join the front lines, have you?
No.
In a sense, you could say we're making an offensive of our own into Mistralia.
Oh,
I think it's finally time.
But,
oh wait,
Well,
that'll get
they
you
are.
killed. They?
we have to.
They didn't want to... Not enough books in Mistralia. For you, several.
Actually, of all things, they're going now to save my life.
Oh.
There's
Okay, that sounded...
Seems-
That is so different now! I meant it! I didn't mean...
Wow.
what?
I didn't mean... I said
Oh,
why, but I
God.
didn't mean why are they saving your life. I meant why do they have to go to Mistralia to save your life?
Why would you save several? Jeez.
That's how it came
Why
across.
would
As
you
how I
say
meant
That
it.
is how it
Why
sounded.
would you say
Why do they
Varrow?
need to go
Why?
to Mistralia to save you?
The Shadowveil have specific magics, and if the aid of those magics is not used, I definitely will not be living. The Shadowveil.
They're
have,
going to Mistralia on your behalf for books.
No,
Not to
No.
books, no.
No,
No,
he's
the answer to my thing is not in any book.
Oh, thank goodness.
Otherwise, they would have been
Wizards and
found
books.
already, and I would be not in this predicament.
Well, if you're going
He's
to
cursed.
Shadowveil lands, there are some people you should talk to. I've got a couple of scouts,
Really?
good scouts.
You don't say.
Yeah. You'd,
One of them a fairy named Yen.
yeah, Yen would be the exact person I'd recommend. Have you already spoken to her?
Oh, we've been
No.
looking for her.
Ah, well, I can find her for you. She only came back last night.
Oh, great.
Perfect.
And indeed,
Where
it's
is she?
about, like, literally, sort of, in about an hour's time, you will get a sending from Anvar informing you that Yen has returned. But
Oh,
this hasn't quite
wow.
happened yet, because it's got to get, the news has got to get to Anvar, who's in Vanhania, who will then send it back to you to tell you she's in Kavach.
It's gonna go down the chain, huh?
Yes, I'll make sure that you speak to her. She's headed to Vanhania. Perhaps you might, can I give her directions to your home? The other home?
Yeah, have her meet us there.
Wonderful, I will do so. She doesn't stick around much anyway.
Shh.
So, giants on the front line. You're going into Mistralia to die.
Mm-hmm.
Save him. And you? He points towards Marcus. Officially, I'm relocating to a different place of Feurian Guard power. Unofficially, I'm considering a journey.
Where do you want to go, Marcus?
Want is a strong word.
Yeah. Need, where you need to go, where you have to go.
I think I would like to follow you if you'll let me.
Into Mistralia?
And beyond. Wherever it takes you.
You understand the risks?
I'm in between locations. I am currently of no use to the Feurian Guard whatsoever.
That's not an answer to my question.
My death will not harm them. My life is
Well,
mine to pledge free.
we would certainly welcome the help.
And it seems I'm bound for the land of the enemy. We all are. Oh gosh, not me! I'm not going there.
No.
And Torgar said, not me neither. This food is sumptuous. Who on earth would think to put lobster and oyster and steak on the same plate? Marvelous.
Oh my goodness. You didn't tell me we were having surf and turf.
Oh yes.
Callum is digging in.
The food is marvelous. The wine is sort of Armand will remark that it tastes like wine you could only get 500 years ago. At which point you might realise that maybe it is wine you used to get 500 years ago.
The genie.
Whoever put it
Any
in
of those
there,
meatballs.
whatever's restocking. Oh, God. Yes, he's desperately looking for a meatball sub. Can't find one anywhere.
Togar, can I speak to you? Over
Did you call him Togok?
No, I said Togar.
Oh, okay. Well, there's plenty of... Should we go to the really long table? And maybe we could sit one of us as either end. Does anybody know what's wrong with this chair?
The chairs are freaking out on that side.
Yeah, some of them are. I hadn't noticed.
Yeah.
And let's go all the way to the end, shall we? All the way down.
I suppose I did ask for privacy.
Okay.
Well, if you've got a table like this, what you should do, if you ever have a date, you should sit one of you at one end of it and one of you at the other end, and then shout at each other down the hallway. Sorry, I'm very excited by your home.
Boy.
But we're in a magical... A magical and mastical is what I was about to say. Magical and mystical world, right? We're not in a real place.
Yes.
So what's out the window?
Ooh,
Must be
let's
curious,
look.
right?
And I'll look out the window.
Take a look.
Yeah, you look out one window and it's like a perfect elven forest glade.
Ooh.
But if you look out the next window, there's a waterfall. And if you look out the next window, it's a beach. And it's just like random images, like all the way down. They don't make any like sense as you walk along, but it's really cool. There's some nice
Relaxing.
vistas.
Nice.
As I'm looking
Ooh,
at the
I like
windows,
that.
do I have any idea, like, what plane of existence this is? Or is
They're
this
not.
just
They're not.
somewhere?
They're literally just.
not.
They're not. The
Okay.
windows are literally illusions of different places in
It's
different worlds.
just
There's a couple in
images.
Elysium. There's a couple that's probably just the natural world as you guys, material plane as you know it.
Aw.
Well, call this relative privacy. If only there was some loud, distracting music. And, as he says this, 4 servants come rushing in, holding violins and cellos and other instruments. And music, did you say? Would you like music? He looks to you, Sullivan. Do we want music?
Well, I don't know if this is necessary. I don't need to speak to you about a
Torgar looks at
secret.
them. Go and entertain that table. And points to the others. And
Yeah.
they will
Start
rush
playing.
on down. And start entertaining you guys. That'll keep you distracted. Torgar sort of. So what is it, Sullivan?
Well, I don't really know how to approach this topic.
Spit it out.
I was just wondering if the gesture of bringing 348 giants to the Dawn Guard's aid warranted perhaps a promotion or two.
Heck yeah.
No.
Denied.
You see, there's a problem with that.
What's the problem?
A role comes with responsibilities. And responsibilities would tie you in places you don't currently want to be.
Can't you make a role?
No. But this'll work. And he takes out a badge, which looks like a golden foaming mug with ale flowing over the top. All of my gutbusters are to be obeyed no matter what. They stand above the rules of the Dawn Guard, and it is said that they speak with my voice. Sullivan. And he sticks it to you. Honorary gutbuster. Anyone in the Dawn Guard will be forced to listen to you if it pertains to the safety of the nation. It's the best I can do, lad.
Very well.
You don't want a promotion, really. The paperwork is unbelievable.
If you believe that I can do more good where I am, then so be it.
Would you let your friends travel to Mistralia without you?
No.
That is what a promotion would mean. You'd have duties here in Sogravia that you must fulfill. Men who are waiting for you for command. You can't just abandon them and trot off into Mistralia.
Well,
Any
what
more
if
than
I
I
did
can?
such a good job that they can sustain themselves?
Well, then you'd be me.
Would that be so wrong?
There can only be one of me. But you speak with my voice, Sullivan. I trust you implicitly not to abuse this or overuse it. I will tell you that it won't work with the incumbents at the palace in Bastion. They and I don't get on so well.
I can't imagine.
Blasted, prideful, arrogant prigs. That's what they are.
Very well. This is sufficient. Thank you.
Any chance of dessert? He just sort of yells, and like immediately 2 servants come like crashing down the hill, carrying one large chocolate cake and one large sort of like strawberry meringue tart, and the other just holding a bowl of mixed ice cream. And it goes on the table immediately, and they start serving it. Anything for you, sir? So they look at you, Sullivan.
Oh, could I have some sticky toffee pudding?
He sort of reaches out into nowhere, and he does an Armand and just sort of
Wow.
and just yanks it out, steaming hot. A jug of custard next to it.
Oh, thank you.
Please enjoy. There's food for another 67. The giant 8 for 10, and the dwarf 8 for 12.
No,
That makes sense.
Wow,
that checks out.
that does.
The dwarf will eat for the other 68 if you give him long enough. Torgar tells them.
I mean, you're our guest, please.
I
No, I'm not there.
really
Never mind.
should get back to the front line soon, but should we join the others?
Yeah.
Gutbuster Sullivan.
Ooh, I love that.
Yes.
And he leads you back, and he shouts over the music, I would like to propose a toast! Honorary Gutbuster Sullivan!
Here, here.
He,
Here.
I raise a mug of this Ponzi excuse for ale.
Cheers.
Should really have used the dwarven mug, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
There we go.
That's a bit better than the
There we
Pepsi
go.
can. I forgot I used to put the Pepsi can in the mug. There we go.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's life hacks. You don't have to wash out the mug.
Genius.
Goodness me, they brought singers. That's enough of that. Pipe down, you lot!
Perhaps it's time we left.
They're getting a little rambunctious.
But your... Callum wanted to experiment with your book. I can
Callum wants to play.
leave on my own, right?
I'm
Do we only have
actually
2
not
tracks
sure. How
in
do
this
we
full
get out?
playlist?
We're trapped here forever.
Well, you just rub the lamp.
Oh, we still have it.
Yeah.
A
Cool.
lamp within a lamp.
It's paradoxical. It is existing in both places at once.
Wow.
And if you
Wait,
rub the
so
lamp,
what-
but it stays in here, you leave and the lamp stays inside.
Where is the lamp out in the real world?
Sounds
Just
like
Where
all
isn't,
around?
where isn't the lamp? No, I more meant that, like, if you were to leave, then you would have to leave the lamp behind, and only the last person out could bring the lamp out. Does that make sense?
Ah.
I see.
If we forget the lamp, will it just implode?
Did you have a question? And the butler just sort of manifests out of nowhere. The butler at your service. There is an exit door if you are leaving and you're not planning on coming back immediately and you don't want to take the lantern with you. You can leave through the exit door. The exit door will take you out wherever you came in.
Wow.
Perhaps you would like me to show some of our larger and smaller guests out.
Yeah, if you guys are ready to leave, I would not rush you out.
Torgar and
Torgar.
Olgasha. Torgar sort of picks up the entire cake on a plate. Sort of.
Yeah, take that with you.
Rules and regulations. Rule 76.B. If you take food with you, it disappears on exit. Torgar. He sits back down and starts to eat the cake.
Yeah, finish the cake first.
I'll go after this.
Okay.
Olgasha sort of. It has been quite magnificent in here. I would like to visit again, if I might.
Absolutely.
You look around, and everyone's sort of enjoying themselves, eating, drinking, being merry. Arman is nowhere to be seen.
Oh, seriously? I thought he would be here. Yucking it up with the wine.
No,
He's going out to chat up a giant.
he's exploring the rest of the mansion.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
no
he's
doubt.
wasting his time because it's about to change dramatically. Just kidding. I won't
rules
do
and
that while he's
regulations,
walking around.
rules 13A. You must all be in the library when the house changes. I can locate your friend for you. I believe he's in the Endless Pool.
What? We have an infinity pool?
Nice.
There's a what now? Okay, mess with the book later.
Let's check out the pool.
Yeah, so this is a sort of area it's illusion to make it look like it's on the top of a mountain. It's an infinity pool on the top of a mountain.
Oh,
You're just looking
that's
out over
scary.
thin air. There's a pleasant breeze and there's natural hot springs making the bath hot. And Arman's clothing is on the side and he's sort of laying on his back. There is 2 servants massaging soap onto his back and another one cleaning his hair. He is having
he
the
didn't waste any
time of
time.
his life.
I thought he might.
If we're going off to die, we might as well enjoy it first.
That's good. I thought you would put this place to its full use.
You're keeping the pool when you change it round, right, Callum?
Yeah,
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Yes, definitely.
Are you joining me, Ashwin?
Yes.
Marvellous. Come on, there's plenty of servants for everyone. 2 more, and some of that hair oil for her. She'll enjoy that. It's wonderful. And as he sort of shakes his head, his oiled ringlets sort of flow backwards. It's like,
Wow.
beautiful.
We got allies. We have new friends. We need to celebrate.
I am.
I'm talking to them.
Oh. He sort of gestures, and it, like, on the side of the pool, there's this little sort of table that's floating in midair, and on top of it is a glass of wine, a glass of champagne, and a small plate with cake on it. He's really quite happy with how things are going. But as you all rest, relax, and enjoy, we'll be right back. Hello, and welcome back to Sogravia, the last Bastion. I believe we were at an infinity pool on top of a mountain.
Oh yeah. Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
wow, that scenic.
Mm.
Oh my god.
That's
It's
not
pretty
messing
good, isn't it?
around.
Yeah.
Yep.
Arman is in this little pool here, getting his back massaged.
Oh, he's in the hot tub portion.
Yeah.
Dang.
What are we
That's
doing, guys?
cool.
This is totally your playground.
I was
Actually,
thinking backstroke.
Did you say functional backstroke?
Getting like doing some laps around the pool.
Oh yeah.
No, Callum's not doing that. Callum
Okay.
doesn't swim.
No, that would be odd. If Callum
He sinks.
Callum doesn't swim, he sinks. Is he at least
Actually,
sitting on a rock just above the water?
Yeah, I'm just chilling. I wanted to talk to Zavril, actually.
What's Zavril doing?
Oh well, you have to catch me quickly before I disappear.
Are you swimming?
I
Where are
will
you
be.
going, Zavril?
He will be swimming, but not right now. So what do you do?
Oh, well,
So yeah, you can catch me before I vanish.
I just wanted to ask, we're talking all this stuff about putting Zavril on ice, and I guess I'm curious, Zavril, is there, any unfinished business you have in particular? We did Sullivan's date. Is there anyone you want to go see or talk to before the unknown, or just any things in particular that you want to do before you're out of commission for a little while?
There's not a huge amount of business that I need to conduct. I resolved a lot of things before I actually joined you guys in the first place. So I have nothing
good.
with the Magus Arcane currently. So anything new with them can wait until after I'm no longer shoved in the hold.
What about, personally, Zavril? Not just your work,
To be honest, we didn't have a huge amount of time for this when I was training so many students to go out to battle and hopefully not immediately throw their lives away,
Yeah, I understand.
So, when you spend some dozens of years doing that, it ends up being a lot more about the work.
Yeah.
I mean,
Your life is your work.
yeah,
know that.
it basically is that, So there's time still, but yeah, I made sure there were no real loose ends before we went out for this.
Alright. Well, that's convenient.
Indeed, it is incredibly so, because it would really suck to have lots of unfinished business and then potentially be
Yeah.
stuck on ice for
Who knows?
until the world falls, really. That's the potential, right?
Well, even if the word
What?
falls, you just...
What?
No, I suppose you would die. Not just...
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Don't worry, Zavril. We will wake you up.
I have full faith that you will. I don't doubt that for one.
Alright. Then, yeah.
What about you?
Oh.
Do you have unfinished business before you head off into the Shadowveil lands?
Well, it's sort of... My business will be finished when, once we finish with the Shadowveil. That's kind of my unfinished business at the moment, I said what I needed to say to the family, and I am hoping to see them again, but I don't think there's any point showing up now when there's a suicide mission around the corner.
Well, it sounds incredibly, incredibly grim when you put it in the way of suicide mission. No, I
don't want to think
you're
of it
gonna
like
be,
that.
I certainly don't think you're going to be kicking the bucket from this one, or at least damn well.
I'm not trying to think of it like that, but everything Amon was saying and just everything we've been hearing makes it sound so grim.
He does raise good points.
Yeah. So I think we'll handle it. But things go badly, I think I've wrapped up what I need to.
Yeah, it's good to be prepared, huh? At least glad for that for you. Oh, let's see that we all make it out of this, yeah? I'd rather not never see anything ever again and be stuck in a box
No.
until the end of days.
No. We will, we'll get to spend our old age somewhere like this. Retirement. That's the
Well,
dream.
There's
a
a big
house like this would be fantastic, a fantastic way to, you know, sign off the last of it. It's
There's a big splash
time.
behind you as Marcus leaps into the water.
Oh, shoot.
And Armand sort of turns around and then, this is all wonderful, and I don't really mean to talk business, but that Torgar mentioned Starling.
Mm-hmm.
Is that somebody we'll be joining up with?
I think so, yes.
I would hope so.
Yeah, we're going to stop by our home first, and she mentioned wanting to come along with us as well.
She has a desire to enter Mistralia.
Yeah, pretty strange.
Sounds
I should
like my
ask her
kind of
about
woman.
that, too. Yep. We just attract strange folk.
We'll be quite the group then.
I'm not turning away any help.
No, indeed. We're just missing one to be the Fellowship of the Ring.
Who?
I've just done a head count. You've got Marcus, Starling, and Armand. Wait, there were 6 of you originally, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, but you're not taking Zavril. So there's 8 of you. You need one more.
And Obi's Frodo, so he can have my sword.
And my axe.
Have an axe? You do have an axe, actually, don't you? Yes.
My really bad axe that I haven't used in years. No,
And my
I
shield.
I
although
just
you
didn't want
have
to
to
copy
borrow my
Sullivan,
shield.
but I also have a sword.
You can have Zavril's shield, you just can't have him with it.
Yeah.
We're
We
going
don't
to need a
know.
9th. We're going to need a 9th. Who the hell are we going to take with us to Australia? Just take one of the goblins. Don't give the choice. Come on, we're going out for the day.
Come on, Fat Skull.
Bad skull.
He doesn't stand a chance.
No, you'll get
won't
absolutely
do that.
bodied.
There will be 9 of you anyway, so not to worry. We'll find out soon.
Ominous.
Ominous. Turns out Zavril is going with you after all this time. Or was I just counting Brutus, Obi's dog?
Aw, but not Glacius' dog.
No, Roberto's staying at home to look after the potatoes.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think most of the pets will probably stay at home. It's not really a place you can survive unless you're a lizard.
Oh,
with
good.
that
Then I'll bring
count-
Spike.
I think Spike and Dexter will be fine, but the others, you probably don't want to take a chipmunk or a dog into Australia.
But on the note of headcount, with that, what I'll do is I'll just plonk down my shield somewhere off to the side, and yeah, just immediately just do a running dive into the water and down at the very bottom, around the cracks and crevices and all that. I'll just set myself down, sit cross-legged down there, and sort of take a moment of meditation. Just sat there underwater.
Wow.
Is this a Vidalcan thing, or can you just breathe
Underwater
underwater?
breathing for an hour, yes, Vidalcan thing.
Wow.
Does your armor weigh you down?
I don't think he's wearing his armor.
I mean,
I
it doesn't
assume we
matter
put
if
on
I
some
am. I can still
trunks.
easily get out. It's Vidalcan. We've got incredible swimming speed.
Have you?
And the
I
strength
didn't
to
know
swim
that.
with. It's not even heavy armor particularly. It's what, mithril?
breastplate.
Mithril's a lighter breastplate at
Is
least
it
anyway,
mithril?
so I should be able to manage it.
You have a mithril
Partially
breastplate?
amphibious.
Who gave you that?
Wow.
I didn't give you a mithril breastplate, did I?
That's what I started with.
What, a mithril one, not just a regular one.
We had a mithril.
Sounds
we had a
like
mithril
someone's
one, pretty sure.
cheating.
Check the records.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure we.
yeah. It's the one that doesn't. Yeah, it was in the item box, wasn't it? That's what you spent
Yeah.
most of your. Yeah,
Oh.
he spent most
Oh,
of
yeah.
his money on a mithril breastplate and a +1 shield. That was literally it. Like, that's all he took.
That's okay.
Worth.
Oh, and a wagon, I think, or a horse or something. I can't remember. But
Yeah. Some utility stuff for the team.
yeah. So yeah, everybody's
Yeah.
swimming, and Armand sort of looks over to Callum and should we explore the rest before we before we change it?
I
Come on,
am
this is so
curious.
exciting.
I am curious to see what came included already.
Armand sort of stands up. He's wearing no clothing whatsoever.
Jeez.
Walks over, sort of allows the servants to dress him. You can see that he's almost used to all of this. Like, this maybe is somewhat representative of the lifestyle he
checks
lived. Right, he's used to this sort of being served by servants. And walk with me and a hot drink, please, as you'll say to one of the servants. And he'll lead you down a corridor. Callum, is anybody else joining for the exploration?
Yep.
Yeah,
Post
I
swim.
will.
We've had a long swim, so like, after that, we'll have everyone. We'll have everyone, with the exception of Sid, who is going to sit on the sort of like edge, for inverted commas, because it's not a real mountain, on the edge of the mountain, with Ginger Cat on shoulder, and just sort of enjoy his animal time. You duck your head into a little room on the way down the corridor. Are we not on the right? We are on the right screen. What looks to be some sort of study. There's all sorts of strange ornaments and gadgets. There's open books at different places. Most of them look like they're for writing in, not full of information. There's these strange glass-covered candles that don't give off any fumes, so you can do alchemical work within. Lots of other sort of experimentation and stuff. You duck your head into another room and you see what appears to be a smithy or workshop.
Oh, now we're talking.
Lots of weapons already made, which obviously you can't take with you, but if you were to bring in the ingredients, for want of a better word, the raw materials, you could take out whatever you created. And then after a little while, you find yourself in a training room. There is a sort of a very modern archery target in there. I tried so hard to find a training room that wasn't too modern, but they all either had fighting mats or whatever. The only problem with this one is there's a cello in the corner.
I'm noticing a cello on the side.
I don't know what it's doing. I don't know why it's there. I couldn't be bothered to remove it. I was like, you know what it'll do.
Why is the archery target so big? It's huge.
Well, it's a long way away.
beginners.
It's
Yeah,
far away,
it's so that
and
everyone
it's still
wins.
big.
Well, no, there's still like there's little small circles like
I
drawn
like
inside
that.
it.
We
so,
train to cello music.
Yes.
I will take a shot just for fun.
You
Let's
hit the
go.
bullseye without even thinking.
I like that there's coat racks as well.
I said, so you can't roll for this. Oh, that's 7 or above would hit it. But yeah, and then Armand takes an exit and sort of almost stumbles outwards as he finds himself outside.
What? We have an outdoors. Oh wow, this is lovely.
It looks endless, but if you go far enough, you'll realize you're looping back.
We don't walk into an invisible wall like a video game.
That's what I
No,
assumed
but it's
would
a
happen.
beautiful glade. The sounds of nature surround you.
Aw.
Armand sort of looks at it and it's a bit pointless.
What?
I mean, it's pretty to look at, but like, what's
Yeah,
the
it's pretty.
point?
Pretty
It's
useful.
Have a point.
I suppose there's a little bit of water there. Maybe. Oh, it's freezing. As he dips his toe in. And,
Oh no.
Oh, come on then.
Sometimes,
That'll do, I guess.
aesthetics is the whole point.
I can think of some changes that could happen.
Okay.
Like the
We'll make it
nighttime.
nighttime out of here.
And yeah, the final room at the end of the corridor is one large master bedroom. And
Wow.
Armand wastes no time sort of leaping over and jumping on the bed.
Okay.
I feel like
This
that
one?
bed looks really short though.
It's just got a lot of pillows.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
it.
those
If you
really
say
fancy
so.
beds that are like
There are some
halfway
alternate
pillows.
bedroom choices, should you wish. I will
It's a
supply
little
those in the
fancy for
Discord.
Callum, so
It
Amon
It
can
is
have this
very
one.
fancy. Also, that little stool has no back support for when you're putting on makeup.
You don't need back support. You're leaning forward if you never put on makeup.
True.
No.
It's true.
Believe it or not, the answer to that question is actually
Yes. Shocking, I know.
It's okay. I haven't either.
Hey.
we've got
I'll
one.
give you guys a makeup tutorial.
I think the most is like lip balm. And even that, half of it like goes on my teeth. I'm like, how do you do this thing?
Oh my god.
You're not meant to eat it.
No, I don't
They
taste
make
it
it-
either.
There are some alternative bedroom options in the Discord. Should somebody
Oh.
wish for one?
Ooh. Oh wow.
Ooh la la.
Or
Are
equally
they, or are they
ostentatious.
just different angles of the same room?
they're a response to the same prompt.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like one of them.
Yeah. But yeah, you can spend the whole week finding AI art for your different rooms of your mansion. Alternatively, Armand sort of playfully, after bouncing on the bed a while, will get up and sort of rush back down to the library. And Sid will have made his way in, so that you're all in the library if you wish to create other things, other places. And all you have to do is move up to the grand book. Callum, when you stand in front of this, your head comes to about here.
This was my fear. Don't worry.
But you don't have to do anything with the pages. You just have to talk to it. So
Oh,
you can just
okay.
describe what
Well,
you want. Or...
I pulled out my step stool anyway, that I got from those rich people's house.
Oh, you did! Okay, you stand about here. Lovely. Love that for you. And there you go. Oof, look, that is tall, isn't it? Look at that. That is the
It's taller than the
definition of a
giant.
big book. It is the giant. It is the same height as this book. Jeez, I didn't realise that. Look at that.
That's
30
okay.
feet bookshelves. Wait, is this correct? Is this book 5 foot long? Yes, it is. Okay, never mind. This can't be right. Yes, this is incorrect. It's not to scale. It's because they're further away, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they were closer, they would be. No, that doesn't make any sense. But we'll go with it.
Nope.
No. Wow. You know,
What are you doing? What's the first change you make?
gosh.
Just
Now
as
I'm
you're
feeling the
about,
pressure.
just as you're about to do anything, the butler's head comes out of the book's pages. Sort of, and
Oh,
don't forget,
jeez.
don't change the
Don't do
storage,
that.
and don't change the library. Butler at your service. And then he sort of disappears again.
Thank you. I turned the page to.
Oh my goodness.
It makes no difference. It just goes through his head.
God damn it.
He's not
Mr.
real.
Butler, I have one question for you.
And questions answering them is my forte. And if I don't know it, I'll let you know. And he sort of
Fantastic.
spins around behind you.
Is there a possibility of creating an additional library as well as this one?
There is the book corridor, but you can make as many libraries as you like. You just can't change this one. This one,
I see.
the books are, well, perhaps you will one day be a book in this library. And he reaches up to the library, up to one of the shelves, and he pulls it out. And, yes, the 14th owner of the library.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Mr. Pecunius. Pecunius. Wow, that's a long name. Pecunius. Seems strange. He was from Mecania, which is another plane of existence, some of you would know. Yes. He used a magnificent mansion as a series of torture chambers. It was a sad time in the life of the servants, and he puts it back on the wall. And he pulls out a different
Charming.
one. And, every one of these books is an owner of the library. There have been, to this date, 17,412 owners of the library, including the 6 of you as one.
Wow.
The owners don't turn into the books, right? These are
No.
just documenting them.
This is my accounts of the owners and the changes they made and everything
Oh, wow.
that
Okay.
they demanded within the library. You'll see one here. Look, just here. And he pulls one out and he'll show you. It says the Shadowhunters in nice, beautiful writing on the side, and it will document everything you ordered in the over dinner, everything that every bit of music you changed, etc. You can see why these tomes get so
wow.
large.
I do see.
Callum, could I do something before you start making some changes?
Go ahead. I mean, you guys can add anything on you want to as well. It's all ours.
There is a
Okay.
limitation of space.
Oh, yeah.
Not,
Oh,
it's
never mind.
quite big, but there is a limitation
Okay.
of space. Just to let you know,
That's fine.
it's
I
technically
am
5,000 cubic feet, whatever that means.
That feels like a lot.
It's a lot.
I am going to make this bedroom. I'll put it in.
Oh, it's coming in Discord. Okay, cool.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so
Ooh
let's
la
add a
la.
page. Here we go. Sullivan's
They're equally
boudoir.
fancy, but dark sheets is the difference.
Well, and a bigger bed as well.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. I want to be able to fit on the bed.
Okay.
I think I can just do magic. Let me just do magic.
Whoa. I love it.
I'm out of
Actually-
boosts. I can't generate anymore.
I know. I think I just used mine like yesterday.
You get them back every day.
Oh, really? Every time.
Yeah,
I
though it's
check, it's
really
like
weirdly
every week.
timed.
Yeah, it is
It
weirdly
It
timed.
seems to lie to you when it says weekly boosts.
Mm-hmm.
No, I always start with 15 every time I start, but sometimes I have to refresh first. I Control-Shift-R refresh. Sorry, Josh's bedroom's taking a long time to load.
Too lavish.
So many details.
I know. But yes, I will
Fancy.
make. I will
The
make.
entire
updates
stream is
for you.
currently watching the uploading bar. It's
Nice.
quite intense. The bedroom is coming, but where is the bedroom? Allow it to be. Come on, bedroom, you may be.
The anticipation.
Although I won't have
Well,
that
there we go.
many pillows.
Yes, you will.
Like
You'll have
the-
exactly this amount of pillows.
The stupid little ones.
You didn't
they're
have the.
not
You,
really
you
bad.
had the option to delete, and you didn't take it.
I sure
You'll
did.
throw them on the floor if you don't want
Yeah.
them.
I'll just put them
Yeah.
under the bed. That
So
way I
you
never
will
have to
run
look
down the
at them again.
corridor, have a brief look at Josh's Elliot's bedroom.
I wish it was my bedroom. Oh my goodness.
So this looks a lot more real than the other one, the one I posted as well. This like could it actually exist. You will run down, you look in the bedroom, you're like, oh, okay, that's suspiciously dark for such a light-hearted paladin.
Beautiful chandelier, that is.
Yes, it looks like he hatches evil plans in here. There's definitely a black fluffy cat missing. Okay, cool, and then you will run back to the library.
Wow, how exciting! Sullivan, I like your choices.
Thank you. I love.
Anybody wants the
setting
same room in
sheets.
beige?
No. Callum, I'll prepare a picture later, but Callum's room is going to be. He's gonna have a personal room. It's more like a cigar lounge. So I'm talking low light.
There's just a little space in the corner for him to be a box.
Yeah, I don't have a bed in there, so it has a bar, a full bar. It has Actually, I wanted to ask the butler, please come back. Can we?
At your service.
I'm curious about these items that materialize. Like, do we just think of something and it appears, or?
Pretty much. There are
So if I
limitations.
just-
There are certain magical items that are not possible to manifest.
Oh,
But,
sure.
for the most
Understandable.
part, anything mundane or made of materials that are easily sourced, yes. They're not real, you know.
Fantastic.
It's all a figment of your imagination. Or is
I
it?
love it. I'm not gonna get into the philosophical.
He taps his
this.
chest. Am I real or am I not? I ask myself every day. Anyway, what is it you were asking more specifically? A cigar lounge. We had one before.
Well, this one's for me personally.
No, I see.
So it does have cigars in there.
Have you picked a color scheme? Important that.
Callum's color scheme, I feel like it's like kind of reddish as well. Like dark wood, red. Like this tone, this dark burgundy red.
So that he just camouflages when he's in the room.
And then there's pictures of his family on the wall. I don't know if I was wondering if the mansion could materialize those, but I guess from Callum's memory.
No, most definitely.
Yeah, so beautiful family portraits on the wall. And then, like, attached is a little room for Sid. It's got, a little terrarium for him to put Spike in, and Callum is like, oh, I guess I will produce a little bed for the cat as well. But Sid's room is not very, fancy. I also want to build a fully equipped kitchen for Glacius.
Oh yeah. That can definitely happen.
I know we have servants and everything, but you know, he needs a good space to practice.
Yes. A fabulous kitchen. And he can use all the ingredients endlessly to practice in here and then reproduce those meals with the real
Perfect.
ingredients out in the real world.
Yeah, just like a little chute that just drops potatoes at request, at will. All different types of potatoes, big, small, brown, yellow, red, all the kinds.
Lots of russet and Maris Piper and everything in between.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Are they pre-peeled when they come out of this tube? Or does
Uh,
Glacius still have to do all the hard work?
Fine. I'll put a separate tube. So you can get them peeled, because sometimes I like crispy skin, you know, on like some
That's true.
crispy.
That's
So
true,
it depends
actually.
on what he's making. Okay, 2 different potatoes.
Yeah.
More
Potato
importantly,
conveyors.
More importantly, though, can it get ingredients from the Underdark? That way he can learn Armand's cuisine.
Question.
Yeah, we can get
I-
ingredients from anywhere that that can exist.
Fantastic. Then we've got a little fridge full of Underdark ingredients as well, just for Amon. Maybe he'll like their weird mushroom bread.
I do like mushroom bread, that is true.
That's Winona's favorite food as well.
I'd kill for some garlic bread right now.
I know.
I'm having pasta for dinner. Not garlic bread, though.
Ooh, I mean, you have to. Complete
I don't
garlic
have any
bread.
garlic bread. So, I cannot manifest it out of nowhere.
You can go shopping before you have dinner.
No, well, in that case, session's ending. I'm getting tomorrow's Instaget garlic bread. See you later.
That's rare.
Nice.
We'll see. Yeah, if anybody got anything else to add to the mansion?
Yeah, Astrid, I figured you might want to do something with, like, the outdoorsy area. Really.
Yeah,
have more than
it's
one.
turning. It's. I'm gonna make one that's just a small area by itself. That's midnight, and there will be like moss on the ground and a hammock to sleep in, and it's like
Aw.
surrounded by stone cliff walls, and the
So
ceiling
it's
looks like
always
stars.
nighttime?
A moonlit
yeah.
glade.
I love that.
I like
Mhm.
that.
Are there glowing mushrooms?
Good place to be a werewolf.
Maybe,
Online will mention.
maybe a few.
Oh, actually, that gives me an idea of something.
You're a werewolf? I knew it! Oh, that says very loudly. What idea have you been given, several?
You said it can have anything that we can, that we can reasonably get from the outside world. Yes.
No,
Might be able to
no,
get things
not
that would be
alive
available
ones.
from the. Huh?
They can't be alive.
Yeah, sure. I was just wondering if I'd be able to get some of the more magical stockpiles of the Magus Arcane in here. You know, like some spell scrolls and stuff like that. Just
Wow.
low-level mundane ones, so I can
Nope.
learn a few
Nope.
random weird things.
Nope. Nope, there are. The only magical items that can
A
be
shame.
manifested within the walls are things that give off light or heat that aren't, you know, specifically light or heat. Or like tools for using magical stuff. For the most part, magical items can't be manifested at all. Because otherwise, there are lots of magic. We can really start to break the rules of the game if you start manifesting items that can be used from inside of a pocket dimension.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
just
and
curious
then you'd be
because I was
manifesting
wondering
rings
if
of
there'd be, like-
wishes, you know.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, some very basic, like, first-level spell scrolls and
Just
stuff
go
like
to the
that.
Magus
Just
Arcane and
curiosity.
buy them.
Yeah, I think I'll have to.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I
You
was
can
just
literally
curious
buy. I
if
think
could do it
first level
here
spells
while
are
I'm here.
16 gold pieces each.
Yeah.
And you guys are
Very
minted.
rich, Avril.
You guys are
Very
minted. Like, you might as well.
Yeah, that's true.
There's got to be gold sinks in the world. That's one of them.
Oh, there's an idea.
You want a
will
golden
make
sink?
In a sense, I'm gonna make us a Scrooge McDuck style vault just to put all of our gold in. Uh-oh.
Hell yeah.
So we can go
Scrooge
swimming
McDuck.
in the gold. Oh no.
What?
Oh no. Okay. It's Donald Duck's uncle.
Donald Duck has like. Oh, I thought he was just a
Have you
character in
like,
Mickey
oh
the
my
Mouse.
gosh.
little- Haven't you seen like the little clip where he like dives like
I've
into a
just
swimming
posted
pool,
it in
but
the
it's just gold
Discord, okay?
coins?
Yep.
This
That's
is
the
what
one.
we have.
Yeah, there you go. How have you not seen that?
Okay, I gave us one of these as well.
Yeah, cool, with a golden bathtub in it and a golden sink,
Yes.
so that you can swim in your own money.
Yep.
And then you can take it all
Why
out
don't
to
we
buy
get a golden
scrolls.
Toilet.
Yeah, you can make a golden toilet. Gold isn't in the real world, but it's plentiful in the mansion.
Oh, that's a point actually. Can I have an ensuite in my bedroom?
Of course you can. Well, no, you can't put an ensuite in the bedroom, then it's not an ensuite.
No, like next
Yes,
to the
you can attach it. There is almost endless space.
Almost.
Yeah. The butler sort
We
of
don't
pops out.
currently have giants. Maybe shrink down the dining hall.
Ah, yes, the butler appears, and I can do that. Nice and easy, and he just and all the corridors. So the rooms were quite vast anyway, but he makes all the corridors go back down to normal size. give you more space in your building area. One of our owners was quite insane. He made an infinite staircase that looped, but he used all of the space of the entire library for it. And then he used to bring people here and leave them here while he left with the lamp. Every time he came back, there were more people infinitely walking along the staircase.
God.
Those were boring days for the servants. They had nothing to do.
We will keep you busy, don't worry.
Does time pass normally in here?
I ask myself that every day.
Because if not, there's people outside
Yes.
that are thinking, what the fuck? Where have they gone to?
No.
What are
Torvar
they
and
doing?
Olgasha left and would have... they're sorting out where the giants are going and whatever, and you guys you're free to just leave, really.
Sure, but the giants are like...
Olgasha knows that you're inside playing Sims.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Yeah, that's fine then.
Yeah. Cool.
Right, actually, one more thing I would like to make. So I would like to create a little sort of astrolarium room with a projection of what the night sky would be like outside at our current moment in time.
The butler sort of pops his head up and, I can tell you that this doesn't remain up to date. You have to pop out and then pop back in. Each time you re-enter,
Sure.
it will be exactly the same as the sky would have been if it was nighttime outside at the moment you entered, but it won't update over the course of the night. So if there are shooting stars or a planet falls out of existence or whatever, the mansion can't keep up because it only knows what's in your brain.
Yep. But yeah, I'd like one of those. I'd like that, and inside the room, in the middle, just like a small sort of think like bonsai size tree.
Yep.
A little room for us as a memorial to our dearly departed from our
Fox.
group, Fox.
Yeah, he would like
Can you, like, make clothes?
You can make clothes, but you can't wear them out of here.
That's fine.
However, you just
to-
1 second, just to let you know though. However, you can, if you can create a garment in here from your imagination, you can bring in the raw materials, and the servants will make those garments out of the raw materials, and then you can take them out.
Okay. And then I would like to make some black silk pajamas to match my black silk bedding, so I can just slip and
Fancy.
slide as I
Very
sleep.
nice.
But Arman is already thinking about bringing silk and materials and having the servants making garments for him inside that he can then take out, because they can do all sorts of menial work.
Clever.
And they
I
have
wanna-
the experience
I wanna
of 28 millennia to call one.
I want it to have like gold embroidery, like Sullivan's initials, like
ES.
on that side too. Yeah.
I love that.
Wait.
Make a matching
Yes,
set
honorary
for,
gutbuster.
Charlotte. He's doing that one.
Hers will be white,
Yeah.
right?
Ooh.
So they can walk down the corridor like the
No.
black and white alternating couple. Like,
No, they have to
bride
match.
and groom.
No, they have to match.
Oh, okay. I'm on sort of... are we... Might I?
Mm-hmm. Please.
And he creates something and then leaves. And goes to where
Oh,
he's
wow.
created it. Briefly, just to check on
Don't
it.
tell us at all.
Is it a red room?
No. Should you inquire? It's nothing too major, to be honest. It's a cave.
Oh.
A view of the sunset. Or sunrise, technically.
Are you missing home?
Not sure I've ever had a home, but it was freedom for a while, and peace. Anyway, and he sort of looks. What about you, Marcus? Marcus sort of. Oh no, I don't think so. Well, I mean, I'd like a room to sleep in, of course, but maybe a view from the top of the mountains. That pool will do me just fine. I don't. Perhaps we could keep the training room. I'd like to spar with you, perhaps. Perhaps Glatius
We're
as
keeping
well.
the training room.
But, yes, but other than that, Armand says, that's the point. We don't spar much, do we? We should. Know each
Wait,
other's
can we-
abilities in combat.
Can we make the training room like the X-Men's danger room and have it like simulate things?
You can't manifest living creatures, but you can manifest illusions of living creatures.
Yeah. So like we
Yeah.
can have like a battle.
Yeah, you wouldn't take any
scenario.
damage, and you wouldn't be able to deal them any damage, but you
sure,
can...
yeah. Nice. We will become the X-Men.
Cool. You can
Oh,
definitely
yes.
train in there, that is for sure.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt, but you're approaching your time.
Oh.
It's-
Been here 12 hours.
Well, you had a long dinner, and then you went swimming, and
We
then you went to
ate,
the
we
glade, and then you
swam.
went running around and exploring everywhere, and then you spent time creating, and then, you know, like you ate again at some point. I'm sure
Oh
that
my
happened.
goodness.
We had a nice long day.
Time flies.
Then
when
Ashton
you're
went and laid in a
creating
hammock
things.
under the moonlight, and then, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
This is a typical Sims experience for me.
yes, it's a very typical Sims
12
experience
hours?
because you built, and what you haven't done is slept. We've got this one little place, and now we're gonna go sleep in a tent because we've run out of time.
So freaking real.
And from now on, you can spend, you know, some time sleeping and some time eating and some time building in the mansion on a regular basis.
I guess we can spend some time bringing potion ingredients and having potions get made here, based on what our
Sure.
dear friend said.
But
Feeding
before
clothes
that,
for him to make.
there is something that needs to be done before we do anything else. You need to report your success to the Feurian Guard themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And,
Are they here at Kovet?
They do have
I
an
would assume
outpost
so.
at Kvatch, but it is a familiar member that you would find her.
Oh, is it the woman
God.
that I held hostage?
No, it is Captain. No, not Captain Thomas. Rhaegon, is that his name? Yes, Rhaegon has made his way up to the Feurian Guard outpost at Kvatch. He's usually in charge of Van Hania. But he's temporarily available here, and
Hello.
in fact, he's always up here. And as you approach the Feurian Guard building, there's those two guards outside who sort of, you know, salute you and go on in.
Thank you.
He looks a couple of
I
you
will
up
do
and
the
down,
salute back.
but says nothing more. And Rhaegon sort of, it was quite a long time ago that I dispatched you to Farron, and you were quite successful there. A pleasure to meet you again. I hear that a couple of you enrolled. And he nods
Yes.
to Glacius and to Callum.
We bring more good news. We have sufficiently dealt with the problems between the giants and yourselves up in the mountains.
Well, I did wonder. The Feurian Guard and the Giants are at odds, and you brought the Giants. The Feurian Guard do well, do they?
Oh yeah.
The Citadel still stands and all of that.
It does, but we have brokered peace, and we have even brought 348 giants here to aid.
Yes, I've seen the Giants. Remarkable, impressive, but
There are things at the temple going on that you should be aware of, including Shadowveil.
The temple is,
influence.
damned Shadowveil get everywhere, don't they? And the temple
Yes.
is not under my command. The Citadel itself is.
Oh, right.
Also, the work that Callum and Obi both did in the name of the Feurian Guard was very commendable. If there was such a promotion that you could give.
Are you going for promotions for
Yeah,
us too?
promotion for everyone.
Yeah.
He smiles and he looks to Marcus, who is wearing his full, Feurian Guard regalia, golden armor.
Oh
with
my
Quicksilver.
gosh! Give
Yeah.
Glacius some golden
sort of,
armor.
He looks at him and sort of, you've come from the temple, lad. Yes, that is right, sir. And I'm going as an emissary for the Feurian Guard into the lands of Australia to save the life of this gentleman here. He nods towards several. It's right that the Feurian Guard are represented in that journey. Yeah, my mother sent me there. Grandmother sent me there. She is Shuriel. She was Lady of the Temple. Was? I'm so sorry, son. No, she's she left by choice. To find the source of the Shadow God. Shadow God, wow. Who are they?
What's a Shadow Guard?
What is the Shadow Guard? Wait and see. The Shadowveil, the source of the Shadowveil.
enemy.
What next? The Feurian Veil?
Well, it sounds like you've all done very well and have a tale to tell. I will report your successes to those higher up. It is not my place to give anyone a promotion. But,
Thank you.
you did very well. That being said, there is a reward. He reaches under his desk. He will pull out 1,000 gold pieces.
I'm assuming that's a check and not like a big burlap sack.
No, it is literally a sack of wooden coins stamped with that represent 1,000 gold pieces because there's no real gold in this one. It's literally a sack of 1,000 gold pieces.
Nice.
And he will also present you with a ring.
Ooh.
And I have to find this. So just give me one
What
second.
kind of ring?
Yeah, oh, fuck, I think it might be a name band, not a ring, so I'm gonna have to... Yeah, it is. Okay, I hate it when you can't just search. Band? Please tell me it's under the word band. No, not bandit, sniper. not what
No,
I'm looking
don't give
for.
us that.
Not what the bandit sniper. Was it black flame ring? No, that hits people really hard. We don't want that. Ah! I can't find it. I had it and then I closed it when I was trying to close the other thing. And then,
Oh dear.
Ring of Blood Pact?
Oh,
Oh,
Yes, it is.
I'm guessing that's Glacius's.
No, probably not. I would imagine it's probably Obi's.
Ooh, is it
Well, no, because I think Obi's probably already got capped charisma. So the Ring of the Blood Pact. So each day you feed it 1d6 piercing damage in exchange for having a +6. It says charisma modifier. It doesn't mean that. It means your charisma score increases
Does
by
that
+6.
mean
It
could
doesn't take
make
you to
my...
26? No.
Damn it. Alright, well...
Are you already capped on charisma? Because it can increase it up to 20.
I am. I've got 20.
Well, what you do with it's up to you. But yes, sometimes it looks a little dark, I know, but sometimes you have to.
Oh my gosh. That little bonus now, if you die from the damage of the ring, your soul gets trapped in as it drains your life.
A dark tool. It's been repurposed, but sometimes it's important to be able to persuade others to do the right thing, and not all of us can be naturally charismatic.
Thank you.
Sparkle, sparkle.
No problem. Thank you very much for your services to the Feurian Guard. You are most appreciated. He sort of nods.
Thank you.
That's you.
Now what?
You
What does the
wanted
Feurian Guard
teleportation
intend
to
to
Van Harnia, right? Oh, well, we will be, there's rumours of an offensive into Shadowveil lands. The Feurian Guard have been pushing for this for 40 years.
Yes, in no small part, I think, thanks to the Giants we, secured peace with. I'm hoping that there
We will
won't
be at the
any kind
vanguard, of course.
any kind of conflict between the Giants and the Feurian Guard.
No, never. Whatever problem happened up in the mountains didn't filter down here. No prejudice,
good,
us.
Good.
We're here to fight. We work alongside the Dawn Guard every day down here, and the Major Sarcane. The same can't be said for the Feurian Guard anywhere else in Sogravia.
Okay, perfect.
Kvatch are pretty good at any soldier's a soldier, my command's been moved here. I have a feeling that it's due to the possibility of an offensive. I'm being expended.
Don't think of it that way.
If I give my life in sacrifice for taking out more of those dirty Shadowveil bastards, it'll be worth it. I'm getting
Hear,
old
hear.
now anyway. And I'm done with the paperwork. You remember last time he told you how much he hated the paperwork. He really hates paperwork. He just wants to fight.
Oh yeah.
So he's
Yeah,
he's
back on
well
the
up
front line.
for getting in the front line and dying to a Shadowveil soldier. Oh, farewell, warriors.
Farewell.
You can head to the very small Magus Arcane outpost if you wish at Kvatch and get teleported to Van Hania.
After several buy scrolls.
You can't buy scrolls here. You can pop into Van Hania or
But what is
into...
the point of him buying scrolls when he's about to be put on ice?
Yeah,
I don't know, he wants them.
Yeah.
maybe you
I
could
know.
maybe you could get the spell Dream.
Yeah.
We'll say, Zavra, you
I
cannot
think-
use these scrolls until you wake up, and that's your reward. That's your little surprise when you wake up.
When you wake up, they
That's
bought you
excellent.
every scroll up to 5th level.
That would be the most amazing wake up present.
Your life will be your wake up gift. But
That too.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't doubt it one bit.
You make your way to the Manor-born, and it is there. What? It better do the music. Oh, there we go. Has it
Oh
done
my
the
god,
music?
that.
Oh god, that thing on the sides!
I was like, what the
Oh my
fuck is that?
Had you
God, we had a
forgotten?
tree friend!
Yes,
You
he's
do.
guarding our
He
house.
is standing guard, and
He scared me.
and you just hear this sort of, they're home, they're home, they're home! And your crazy goblins are going to run out of the front door and over the bridge and greet you. And they sort of jump and clap and hug you, and Marcus has drawn his weapon, and Armand is
No,
totally
no.
bemused.
No.
And that is where we're going to end.
Oh,
Okay, I'm the Glubiet.
Yes.
I'm a glue bit.
And we come to the timeless tradition of MVPs.
Perfect.
And I shall start with... I'll start with Laura.
I'm happy to finally have activated the lamp and being able to like tweak everything.
I really
Bit
thought you
by
guys
bit.
would have been like in there day one, like we got the lab, let's go. And then it just no.
There were just so many things to do.
Oh,
I know.
hello,
We were so busy.
Yep.
Hello.
hello.
You're
Okay,
back.
that was weird. Yeah,
We were
Discord.
gone for a second.
It looked like it had crashed and then it suddenly uncrashed very quickly. Sorry, you're glad. You said I'm glad we, and then you cut out for me, Laura.
Oh,
Got in the
We
lab.
just got it. It was just the same thing. Okay, cool. I don't know. I just missed the end of whatever it was you were saying. So. Yeah.
I said we had been busy. That's what I
Oh
was
yeah,
saying.
yeah,
at the
you've
end
been
there.
very busy. That's fair.
Yeah.
But still, I'm glad you've got it and get to play with it. I think it's one of the few wishes that kind of you can keep enjoying throughout the campaign.
Yeah.
So I'm pleased you guys made that choice. Jamal.
I'm gonna have to go with just a funny little thing for me: the magnificent Shadow Guard.
Oh yes, they are terrifying. I'm now going to invent them, and you will regret it. Well, you won't,
no.
because you'll be playing someone else. But yeah.
Yeah. I'll be on.
Josh.
Yeah, the lamp, very cool, very fun. With all that, I really liked the little conversation between Callum and several, about if he has any business to attend to.
Michaela.
Yes, the lamp was so great and cute. But my MVP has to be the little ginger cat, of course. As you guys know, my cat Sunny passed away late last year. And James mentioned doing a little something small, just like to remember him. I was getting like all choked up. So yeah, but that was really sweet.
I wanted to give it enough sort of time so that it wasn't like right after and straight in the
Yeah.
feels. But the thing is that it's not just in Sogravia, right? Every episode Michaela ever played with us, Sunny was just present, and then Sunny wasn't present, and it's really nice to have a way of sort of remembering that. And yeah, I'm in agreement. I was really sort of working towards it, just waiting for the right time, and I think the mansion was the right place to find it. So I
Yeah,
was
this
pleased
was
with
a
that.
nice.
Yeah.
I really like this just role playing, having fun with everybody episode.
Yeah, it's nice to finally have a beach episode. Everything in Sogravia is so serious. And there was a moment where Sullivan said to Armand, like, what's it like on the other side? And I was like, other side of what? And there was this sort of really dark and sad description of his journey across Mistralia, where this poor guy has been, like, abandoned in the Shadowveil lands and has had to make his way across. And he talked about all the darkness and stuff, and I was like, wow, like, way to bring the mood down. But other than that, like, I really enjoyed the moment at the camp where you were all, like, sort of, like, to love and, like, celebrating the whole, like, the fact that Sullivan's gone through this date and stuff, and everybody was being encouraging. And it's beginning to feel like... I know this is a stupid thing to say after 38 episodes, but it's really beginning to feel like you guys are all like friends.
Yeah,
And,
it'll be really sad if someone died in the Shadowlands.
Well, make sure it's whoever Jamal's playing, because then he gets to go back to being
No, man.
Zavril. Yeah, but I really enjoyed the beach episode. I'm really glad we ran this week, and I hope you guys had as much fun as I did. And next week it's back to business, back to seriousness, and we'll probably be the last episode of Zavril for a while. So if anyone's gonna miss the little blue wizard, that's your last chance to enjoy him. But in the meantime, that's where we're going to end. So if you guys would like to say goodbye,
Bye.
Bye.
we shall see you soon.